Hello everyone, welcome back to Deck Save, the Exandrian adventures now, since you're no longer in Tal'Dorei. I'm Andrew Lightwood, I'm the DM, and around the table we have...
I'm William Marlowe, I'm playing Morzog, the Orc Fighter.
I'm Kayla Lightwood, and I play Orana Nagaronwin, the Genasi Druid.
I'm Brianna Harris. I play Note, the Kenku Rogue.
I'm Jonah Hiltvital. I play Garm, the Dragonborn Paladin.
And we have a ranger who is not here today, but
so if it's close, you can
we will carry on in his name. But the last time that we had left off, the party had made their way out of the Lotus Den Greenwood after being harried by a seemingly large group of demented treants, created probably by the Fey, the corrupted Fey magic that lurks there, and had started to make their way across the grassy fields that separates the Lotus Den from the many hosts of Yggdrathad, which is technically the next destination upon the walk north. After a short time, they encountered a one-armed dragonborn who had been wandering in pursuit of a monster or an entity that had been taking the infant children from the village that she was from. Upon the explanation to the party, they decided to team up and help to track down this entity and save the infant children, and hopefully reunite them with their parents. They investigated a cave in the side of the mountains that looked to house a night hag who had had an infant in her possession. They did battle after some investigation, and ultimately the hag had gotten enough of a breather to be able to plane shift from the dimension, hopefully to seek refuge on another plane of existence. The party, slightly injured, one of them unconscious, seemed to have been victorious and have rendezvoused with the rest of the party that was left behind, Morzog and Arctis, who Morzog still recovering from his wounds, and Arctis promising to keep an eye on him. They bring back their now other unconscious party member to their stone hut that they had created. And that is where we will pick up. So, as the three of you, Garm, Note, and, well, Elrana is unconscious. Elrana being seemingly taken back in the arms of your one-armed dragonborn friend. Actually, forgot her name. Serena. There you go. Serena walks into the stone hut that you had designed for Arctis and Morzog, and it deposits the unconscious body of Elrana onto the ground. Morzog, you and Arctis have been sitting in this hut for some time. You had heard some battle in the distance. It didn't last very long before your friends seemed to make their way back. You had been sitting in this hut for some time, bandaging the wounds you had sustained from the treant fight. And now they return with a new person, a dragonborn of Dedaers. It does not say what color.
Copper.
Yeah.
Copper, yep.
He said what color. But
A copper-scaled dragonborn with one arm, in slight kind of piecemeal armor, leathers and hides, deposits one of your friends onto the ground, and Note and Garm accompanying.
I think it's nap time.
Agreed.
So you look at me. I don't got no healing.
You have Identify.
I do.
We found a thing.
You found a thing?
It's in the bag.
Drew's
Somebody
like,
wanna?
whoops.
Nope, hang on. No, it's fine. Continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I can. That I can do.
We should probably get Orana up first, because I don't know what this is gonna do, and I really would not want to like disappear somewhere and leave her behind.
Did you have to play tank? Is that why you have a boo-boo? It sucks, don't it? Yeah, it's rough.
Things that hit you
Rough
that make you
world.
lose strength are no bueno, apparently. I don't know, they never hit me, so.
Yeah.
I tried it, and I don't know how to fix it. I assumed a nap would make everything better.
Nap time first, back later.
Yeah, bag can wait until the morning.
Who knows? Maybe it just opens a portal and dragons
So,
come through.
so I cannot be
that'll be
gassed.
fun.
So when I asked the paladin,
Oh, what's he?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're. It's kind of up to you to do the
for
healing.
cleric, he's a cleric too.
Arctis is technically a cleric now.
Yep, I don't.
Oh, Arctis?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he has any healing.
I don't
Does
know if
he?
he does.
It's
either.
not healing that I need. I was dropped to 0 strength.
I don't think he took any kind of supporting actions.
Let me find out. I gotta pull up his.
I scrolled
his
through
page
real
on
quick, so
D&D Beyond.
he never adjust. I don't know if he just did HP. When I first looked at him, like, there was no way your house is 17.
Mine is
The
right
question
now.
is, does a first level cleric have any?
They have Spare the Dying, and they can.
Well, he has spared.
They can take cure wounds, but
Because his D&D Beyond is not updated, as has been discussed already.
Well, he put it together. He just
he
didn't
does.
change
He
his
does
health.
have. He does have cure wounds, but greater restoration or lesser restoration even is something too far above him. If that was something he wanted to do. But seeing your unconscious body, he would assume, as you are not awake to explain, hey, I'm at 0 strength and not.
Okay, but they've tried to heal me and it didn't work.
I did try.
Oh, okay.
It did not work.
Okay.
Lay on hands, in fact, did absolutely nothing.
I mean, if you wanted me to hit something, I can hit something. But beyond that, I'm kind of useless to you at the moment.
I can do some butt stabbing.
I don't
I mean,
have any more spell slots. I use them all.
For some reason, that's striking me as not going to help, but I appreciate it. If it does, I'll let you know.
Okay.
you never know. I mean, it could. Does Copper Dragon have fixins, or are we?
Doesn't get it till 3rd level.
What do you mean by fixins?
I.e. not helpful.
I.e. fixins.
You inquire. The Dragonborn replies with, I do not do any magic.
That's cute and all.
My talents lie in a simpler school.
Her talents lie in hitting things with a big axe.
That's not a dog, that's a horse.
You got a pony.
So, who's going to be designated carrying her around until either A, it fixes itself, or...
Well,
don't you look at me.
Well, right. Let me, because I guess.
Well, I guess you fall into an easy weight category.
true.
I can just
I
kind of...
true. I guess I didn't get.
Just kind of bite
Because
you and throw you.
it is
Yeah.
starting to turn like late evening, and it should be dark within another hour. But you guys are kind of holed up for the night, as you've already made the hut, and Serena has promised to guide you to the next destination, in which
She has the baby now, so she probably needs to check on it. And...
Right. But she did. She is holding a baby, a small little black-scaled dragonborn. I believe it was black-scaled. In her arm, that is currently swaddled in some kind of cloth or blanket, and is seemingly asleep. But she did promise you that she would take you to, or at least guide you to the proper direction to your next destination.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bug. It's climbing to the top.
It is not no more.
So.
Well, if you need me to identify something, it's better for me to do it now before we rest instead of in the morning.
If we identify the thing and something bad happens,
I still have the spell slots.
We
but
can
I mean,
we can move. We can go out to the because we're by the river. We can go over by the river.
I got.
Am I
nothing
going to
else.
say?
We can-
what
we
am
can-
I, like a bomb squad here? What am I
Yes,
going to go
we
out here
can-
and just be
we
like,
can, yes, we can.
up?
We can make a pit to put it in. You know, with
I
our
don't think that's how
molder
that works.
to be ready to parry it if need be. Defuse the bomb.
I mean, if y'all scared of that much, I can go out to the river and do it. I don't give a shit. I'm brave boy. Huh?
Sleeping now, other bullshit later.
So are you gonna identify away from the group?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what note hands you is an orb about the size of a softball.
Okay.
It's kind of has like a smooth, glassy feel,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of has that look of like frosted glass. But when you kind of flick it or tap it, it's a hefty size. It's not hollow. Like it feels like a solid thing of glass.
Okay.
But there is inside some kind of like dark like smoke that's kind of just. It's not making any sound, but that's what she hands you.
Okay.
Stole it from a hag, if that helps.
How far do you want me to walk away from camp?
I don't know.
They handed you C4.
Yeah.
They're just like, here, tell us what this is.
Well,
Like,
I
do I need to like stairway to heaven so that way I'm up high and can drop it and save myself if need be, or
Also,
what?
what's the range of identify? Is it touch?
Touch.
It's touch.
Oh, darn. So you
he
have
has to touch it or hold it in some way, shape,
Yes.
or form.
I was gonna say, 'cause I can hold it for you, but with mage hand. But
Nope, it's touch, but
If he could have a familiar, he could have the familiar do it. But.
so if you poke it and disappear.
yeah, you'll know something's happened. 'Cause-
I mean, it will have identified some features of it.
yeah. And then I'll be over there, and up there.
Yep. I mean,
Oh, I wonder what this is.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll take it about 100 yards out. We'll just meander on down and kind of, just seems everyone seems to be paranoid about it. And we will go ahead and cast Identify.
Okay. So are you cutting something? Oh, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Anyway, so you go 100 yards away from the stone hut, and you sit down and you're holding this little orb, and you start concentrating on Identify. And
Yeet it. Oh, okay. That will be interesting.
Do you need an extra? I have the spell pulled up. If you need an explanation on what that does,
I can pull the spell up.
Okay. I will, if I have to, I can expand on that and like write down the entire spell. But that's a note card on its own.
Yeah. No, I got the magic of the internet.
Yep.
Hey guys, it didn't blow up.
Woo.
We figured.
What is it?
Well, pull up a full-on explanation. But it's an orb of etherealness. Hey, asshole, what are you doing?
He wants to say hi. He's getting ready to, yeah.
You better not. I'll chuck you. I have no qualms. So I take it you're explaining what it is.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Okay. You're not looking it up on D&D Beyond, are you?
Well, I'm just looking up the 5e version of etherealness. Which I figured was what you were using.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, etherealness is a 7th level transmutation spell that lets you step into the border regions of the ethereal plane in the area where it overlaps your current plane. You remain on the border for the duration or until you use your action to dismiss it. During this time, you can move in any direction, and if you move up or down, every foot of movement costs an extra foot. You can see and hear the plane you originated from, but everything looks gray, and you can't see anything more than 60 feet away. And while on the ethereal plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you, can't interact with you, unless a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so. You ignore all objects and the effects that aren't on the ethereal plane, allowing you to move through objects you perceive on the plane you originated from. When the spell ends, you immediately return to the plane you originated from in the spot that you currently occupy. If you occupy the same spot as a solid object or creature, when this happens, you are immediately shunted to the nearest unoccupied space that you can see and take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you moved. The spell has no effect if you cast it while you are already on the ethereal plane or a plane that doesn't border it, such as one of the outer planes. It takes one action to cast, and it lasts for 8 hours.
So it's a safe shift, kinda,
Kind of.
but more dangerous.
Well, yeah.
Because plane shift will take you to another plane of existence indefinitely.
This here kind of lets you phase walk, kind of thing.
That's what I meant with Lilith. Yeah.
But it only is able to be cast once a day.
But I mean, you can use it for up to 8 hours. So, I mean, once every third day.
Because I believe you rolled a really high hag check.
Yes, I did. It was like
Hag
27.
check.
But like one of the things you could have explained is that hags usually have certain magical items on them. One of them is an orb that will allow them to basically let themselves walk through walls or go into the ethereal plane, as is the nature of this. The other is a gem that holds souls, kind of like the soul gems in Skyrim. That the souls usually have to be corrupted in some way, and one of their tactics is to announce or give dreams and nightmares to entities or people in the night to kind of start to wither away themselves, and they would eventually come in, take them, kill them, and then harvest their soul into the gem, in which they could use it to give dealings to certain hellish entities.
So that says that it said that it ends with a certain action.
You can use what, a bonus action on it?
Yeah, use your action.
Use your action.
Use an
I
action
know.
to cast it, and then you can use your action to
end.
make it go away.
So if we ever need to get up a big old cliff face, do Warzog to do it, tie a rope to him, and go through just all climb up.
Well, I'd have to walk through the rope.
Yeah, because he goes through things that are
Well,
not on that
if he
plane.
has does it take your inventory with you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take your inventory with you.
Oh,
Okay.
you mean take it, then just drop the rope down kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, who's is this?
It's
Who,
the group.
who claims? Who claims?
We put it in the bag of holding because we didn't know what it was. I went and stole it.
Well, it's a good item to have on somebody instead of in storage.
Somebody who will, let's give it to someone who will know to use it. So not me.
I mean,
You mean adding bonuses?
At least she's aware she has thieves' tools.
it's a start.
Progress.
It's a start.
Well, I'd assume as thieves' tools lockpicks, they use them to lockpick.
Mm,
The rogue in my campaign didn't know for probably good
a long time.
a couple months.
The benefits of playing Skyrim. Assume a
True.
can do it in Skyrim, you probably do it in D&D.
Fair.
You're not wrong.
Oh, well, that opens up a whole new world.
I need a
Until you
horse in a
decide-
mountain.
I need Bethesda physics. Hold on.
Until you get
True.
a horse and decide to take it up a mountain.
Yeah. No. We gonna play that way. I got Bethesda physics on my side.
I mean, theoretically, you could if you had a horse that you cast Spider Walk on.
Yeah, I don't think the horse would be down for that.
Put a bag on its head and lead it.
I don't think a horse would be down for that. Just because I can't see doesn't mean I don't know that I'm sitting like this.
Uh huh.
You want the orb of deliciousness?
Either I give it to one of these two because I will forget to use it.
We'll have to
so-
ask her when she wakes up.
Yeah.
Or no.
I mean, it really don't matter. Just one of us needs to have it in its inventory to kind of use. I mean, we can toss it around as need be. So
Yeah.
I was saying I could check to see how breakable it is, but I think I broke it. So I'd be afraid to break it.
Use it as a club.
Yeet. So are we resting or what are we doing?
Oh, we should probably rest.
Absolutely.
Does resting
Are you out of
help
smite
with
slots?
I fought a hag without any spell slots. It sucked.
You don't know.
Had I had those spell slots, she would have died instead of running away.
That's what happens when you run out of smite slots.
I know.
She was so fucking close. She had 11 health points. If one of you could have hit her like one more good time, she was done.
I rolled.
She wouldn't have got away if I was there.
Oh no, she'd have been done within 2 rounds.
I rolled
after
2
that.
nat 20s, but I didn't have any smite juice.
Oh no.
Having a fighter and a paladin in the same group is fucking hellacious, by the way.
Hit it. Hit it again.
Hit it hard.
And
All
then
right.
did some more.
So nap time.
Nap time. Need stuff back.
Okay, so you all decide to take the night to rest. Is anybody doing watches, or are you just all gonna sleep?
We just gonna earth dome this thing. Just
Earth dome it.
We should probably take watches because Hag had shadow thingies, and if she comes back for whatever reason, I don't know how the shadow thingies work.
fair enough. I mean, we can still take watches. No big deal. I'll take first.
I'll take second.
We'll put Arctis somewhere.
The Dragonborn will take the last one.
Ah, see, there we go. Easy peasy Japanese.
Excellent.
I've never heard that one before, but okay.
I've watched too much MASH recently.
So you said you're taking first? Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yay, my perception's not trash, but this dice is gonna hate me. So no, that's an 18.
You
What would have been if I used the button?
watch over.
Seventeen.
Where's the fuck? Where's my other?
Yeah, you can. They've made it now. We're on the website. All you gotta do is press the thing you're using, and it rolls a d20 to check the skill.
I needed it there.
If you want to use it, it's kind of nice.
Anyway,
I just bought these new rocks though. I need to throw them.
you look out onto the grass fields that kind of surround your little hut. You're not that far from the base of the mountain in which everybody had encountered the hag. And you don't notice anything. Pretty smooth sailing for your watch.
Take those.
Who's taking second? Okay. As you switch, go ahead and roll a perception check.
16?
16?
Yes.
Same thing. No.
Right. 10, 6.
Mhm.
You see some kind of tiny little critters that seem to kind of poke their head out of the grass, look around, and then drop back down and disappear. But don't seem to take any notice to you or actively avoid you. But that's about it. And then you're able to switch with Serena, who. Yep.
He sleeps on me.
Who doesn't notice
He
anything
snaps, he trying to play on the computer. He's right there.
and doesn't seem to wake any of you. Ilrana,
Uh-huh.
you can go ahead and set your strength back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! See, nap solves all problems.
Snap solves all problems.
But you do have one level of exhaustion.
He's just constantly. 1 point exhaustion? What was that?
Yeah. She's back to normal strength. She's awake, but she has one level of exhaustion.
But nap time.
Stressed out? Take a nap. Got a ton of stuff to do? Take a nap.
Gotta go to work, take naps then.
You wake up in the morning.
At work, take a nap.
And I do not feel like P. Diddy.
And no, you do not feel like you. You feel like hammered shit.
Yay, hangovers.
Your muscles feel
Only ever had one my whole life.
super like you just had a super extensive workout. Like our first day of kickboxing.
Oh.
Yeah. Like everything hurts. You have a little bit of a headache. You're just in all kinds of disarray.
Hi, kitty.
But you're awake.
So she dead?
No.
Lies!
No, never mind. The black things are dead. She's gone. She went, nope, and dumped out into thin air.
Just gone.
But we got her special rock, and you should probably take it.
What's it do?
It does the plane stuff with the...
You use an action.
That's helpful.
You go into the ethereal realm. You have 8 hours with, like, technically half your movement. And then use another action to come out. As long as you're not in an object, you don't get yeeted.
Unless there's something on the other side that you know.
You see in
Let's see
grayscale
here.
in the plane that you left. So I figured it's a handy tool for whoever needs it. Just no one piped up and said they wanted it, so it's going to go into your pocket for the time being.
Okay.
I can't use it to hit things. I could use it to hit
It
something,
doesn't.
but
It
could.
doesn't require attunement. You can just hand it off to whoever. So.
Toss it around the battlefield. Just
Here, use this.
disappear, then all of a sudden, where'd Morzal go? And you just see me just coming down. It's just...
instead of dying, do this.
Serena comes in from where she was stationed, kind of just like right outside of the stone hut, holding the baby, and like lays the baby down and starts like taking out like a fruit from her bag and like putting it in like one of her little mess kit bowls, and is like basically using the blunt or the butt end of her axe to just kind of like grind it, and is
Could
turning
it just... Yeah.
and is like turning it into a mash.
Oh, it's this baby.
Like baby.
But how old is the baby?
Somebody want to make like a
I'll make a nature check.
baby age check?
I
I'll make a
figured
nature check.
we could just ask,
Can I do animal handling?
you know,
That's
ask
about
her.
as close as you're gonna get, I
well,
think.
Right.
so, you ask Serena how old the baby is, and I'm not sure. Given the size, I assume that maybe this would be an appropriate breakfast, and just keeps grinding.
Can I go ahead and make a guesstimation as to the age of this baby?
Perceive the age of the child.
Sure.
Yeet.
Yeah, nature will work, sure.
I was going to say animal handling. Oh, Kayla.
Animal handling.
Oh, he just heard it now. He didn't hear it the first time.
Yeah. It's a 14.
14?
Yeah.
Few months. Not an exact date, but 2 months.
I don't know, it's a reptile. Could eat fucking meat for all I know this young.
She eventually gets it all ground up into like this really like, with a little bit of water from her water skin, it becomes like a almost Gerber baby food. We've all been to infants, we know.
To be fair, it probably tastes a lot better.
That's true.
Yeah, that probably does.
Gerber baby food is
Disgusting.
and parents put that in their mouths to show them that it's okay to eat.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. So after you guys enjoy, you know, whatever breakfast you decide to take, is there anything you want to do before you head out on your way?
I don't think I got anything.
Does anybody have daily preparation things? I know I don't.
I rejiggered my spells a little bit. That's about it.
I don't want to change my spells.
Which will have an official skill stuff for you by July.
While they're doing their magic things, so I have this Orcish dictionary. Will you read me some words? Because then I can use them.
Sure, we can sit down and do
Where'd
that.
you get an Orcish dictionary?
I have 2 dictionaries. Remember I stole from the bookstore?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fuck
true.
me.
I have. I'm trying this now. I have the equivalent of a celestial dictionary and the equivalent of an Orcish dictionary. And though I can read them, I cannot speak them until I've heard the words.
Shit.
Well, we're gonna teach her Orcish
Okay.
because I can do that.
Well, if that's a thing that's legit of like teaching a new language, that will take time for you to know the actual whole language. But as per your mimicry, if he were to say this word in Orcish, explain what it is, you would then know and be able to say that.
Well, I can teach her phrases a lot faster than I can teach her words.
That's
so.
very fair.
Yeah.
But we could take an hour before sleep or in the morning, and we can just kind of do our little.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up the exact like mechanics on how, you know, teaching works, but there is a thing for it of like if you take time every day, then you will eventually learn a new thing.
Gotta keep up with my studies.
Elrana, are you doing your spell still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna lesser restoration myself.
What's Lesser Restoration do?
Oh, so I don't think I was just
Does it
reading it.
remove exhaustion?
Oh wait, hold on.
I was just reading it because I can take it too.
Condition affecting it. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Never mind.
Yeah.
Apparently it has to be greater restoration.
Yeah, so that's
Take
why,
it back.
Greater Restoration or nap?
That's why I didn't think, because I can do that already.
So do we need to make like a sling so I can carry you so you can take a nap?
Yeah, she's not about that. Appreciate it.
Tie her to her horse, take a nap.
I could sleep on the horse technically.
Do you guys have horses?
No.
Oh no, they're all dead now. Never mind.
Which you will eventually feel that wrath. Just so you know.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh no, you're not.
Alright. Garm, you said you already did your shit?
Yeah, I got it sorted.
Okay.
I'm happy with what I got now.
There you go.
So, after breakfast and preparations, you all gather your things, and Serena has fed the baby. It is not fussy anymore. She scoops it up and tells you that I will guide you to the many hosts. I will, well, she says, I'll take you to across the river, which will be close enough to the many hosts. But I must get back to my village and return this baby to his mother. So, off we go. What?
I'm gonna let her know if there's any dirty diapers I can prestidigitate them away.
Seemingly already.
I'm not about this life. I did not sign up for a daycare.
Well, I can just and clean, and none of us have to smell the poop.
Which that whole
But yeah.
scenario was supposed to go differently, but things being what they were, I had to alter it. But that's okay. So, don't read that page, Andrew, because it's a really expensive book.
And your wife will murder you.
That's why I can't have nice things.
Okay.
Be tired. It's been a long day.
So,
The beast is tired. It's been a long day.
Every time I get a new book, I open it, and the very first thing that happens. All right, first page.
Mm-hmm.
every time.
Every time, I'll get the little bottom piece.
Yeah.
Every time.
And then you go to flip the page like this, and it just.
I'm just like, trash. Buy a new one.
So,
Which direction does she point us to?
north.
I know, but to go to where?
The many hosts of Yggdrathad.
Okay.
She says the name of the place. You have never been there before.
That's the warrings, right?
Huh?
That's the warring shit, ain't it?
It's a collection of villages.
Yes.
Okay, but I've heard of it because you mentioned it.
Yeah, we've had this discussion. That was our. That's our
You were there.
original-
You were there pretty briefly. Like you kind of were there for a nap and some supplies, and then you left. And that was years ago at this point. But anyway, so Serena guides you through the what is left of the grasslands here along the mountain range. Go ahead and just everybody make general perception checks if you'd like.
I'll use my new dice.
Nope.
18.
Okay.
14.
What'd you get, bud?
I got a 1.
Oh, well, you're perceiving the ground.
7.
I perceive enough to walk in a straight line.
Oh wait, actually. Yep, 7.
Yeah, exhaustion gives you disadvantage on ability checks.
Well, the second was an 18. I'd much rather had that, but you know.
Yeah.
What's your wisdom modifier?
Mine?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. So, as you make your way, she brings you to a flowing river that leads off to the to the east, flowing in the direction of a larger body of water. It is, I'd say, maybe like 15 foot across, probably 20. Hard to tell from like the bank and the sediment and how it's eroded away. But the waters are pretty clear, and you see a few fish that are
I
going.
just sink into the water.
Oh,
Go to
yeah,
the
'cause
bottom of the.
You have
go to the
you
bottom
have
of the
all
river.
kinds of cool shit. So yeah,
Just chill there for a minute.
Elrona doesn't even hesitate. She just drifts down into the water and almost seemingly disappears into the bottom.
No bubbles.
Because water Jurassic can breathe underwater. And makes
Cool
it
flowing hair, blue
makes
skin,
it to
and a
the other end of the river in seconds.
How wide's the river?
Not like 15, 20 feet.
So we need to cross the river? More Zog?
Hey William,
Go
remember
see.
that one time in our first campaign where you decided to pick me up and jump across the giant pond because you had.
I
booty
could.
jumping.
Yeah.
It's fun to-
That was nice.
Wait, what?
I can.
In James's campaign, he had boots of
Oh
jumping.
shit, I remember
And
that
I,
now.
yeah, I could just.
Just like-
Well, it wasn't a river. That was a chasm. I had to get everyone
Yeah,
back
it
and
was a
forth that
chasm.
fucking chasm because
I'm
I was
pretty
the
sure
only
that
one
was
that
the
could
same
cross it.
fucking dungeon where I lost all of my shit because of the gelatinous cube.
Well, that's the one where Dan shocked the spider nuts.
It was trolls. Trolls Day. Grabbed
No,
him by
that was
grabbed
spider
him by
nuts.
the nuts.
That was spider nuts.
I don't
Oh,
remember
boy.
it being a spider. But
Oh, that's
anyway.
the source.
But anyway.
That was spider nuts.
So you are presented with this river, and
wanna
Orana's
jump
already
it.
on the other side. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. Serena looks at you all and says, "This is as far as I will take you, as I have to head back to my village. Thank you for all of your help." What?
Peace.
If you hold on to someone and use the orb, do they get to?
No.
Darn.
It has to be an 8th level or higher.
Oh.
If you were to cast that spell at 8th level or higher, you can choose 3 willing creatures to take with you.
Which the orb only casted at its base level.
Yeah, I have 7. Can I heat somebody? Who wants to be heated? Can I throw somebody?
I'll stick my head up out of the water, all creeper fucking ring style. And does anyone need help across the water?
I think we can make it. I just want to try fun shit.
Probably. I could actually feathers like. Have you ever
Can you
seen?
glide? Can
I
I
know
like
I
throw
can't
you?
glide, but chickens and birds they float.
That's true.
Well, then
But
you just make big splash. Let me throw you.
What are we doing,
Throw
guys?
somebody.
I'm just gonna athletics my way across the water here.
Alright. Are you jumping it, or are you gonna try to swim? Because it's different depending on what you want to do.
Jump it. I'm jumping it. Jump it.
Jump it.
Oh boy.
Okay, I want you to make an acrobatics check.
We're gonna cannonball.
Acrobatics to oh boy, this is gonna go.
If
Wait,
you jump
how-
it,
wait, how deep
can
is
you
the river?
throw me any
How deep is the
catch?
river?
Um,
I specifically said I went to the bottom.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It'd be like 10 feet.
Oh, I ain't worried about it. Jump the river.
Jump it.
Jump it.
Would
If it was like 5, I'd say, oh, okay, we're just gonna walk across it. But with it being 10, fuck it, jump it.
when I think river, I'm thinking like the river by Lake
12.
Charleston.
Well, an effort's made.
You get like you
Fun times.
give a hell of a jump, and you make it about halfway across before you
Yeah. Well, you can swim across. Just have fun.
then
into
just-
the water.
Makes great splashes though.
Yeah.
Have that plate mail armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is a water in the little chain parts in between the plates.
Yeah.
You come up out of the water. You eventually make it over there, no problem. There is a current, but it's not like crazy strong.
So are you going across, or can I throw you?
Throw me if he can catch.
Yes.
They can heal me if it goes wrong.
Am I just straight string checking this?
Well, is your armor magical, or is it just armor?
It's just armor.
Okay.
We're too low of a level to have that.
Yeah, I don't have fun shit yet.
You said you're throwing her?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make an athletics check.
Oh, well, you're handy. I'm good with that. So, not good with that. That's a 9,
Oh no.
and that's with +6. I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
So you ask Morzog to throw you over. He gets you by the back of the breeches and the top of the cloak,
She's not very heavy. Remember
and
this.
goes to chuck you, and about the same thing as him, as he kind of like slips on a muddy patch. He chucks you, and you hear a whoop, and you make it about 10 feet before.
Yeah, well, I tried.
Your thump was made.
I mean, no harm, no foul. I want to jump it.
Acrobatics.
She could prestidigitation herself in a
Yeah,
water
she
suit.
can
Yeah.
fix herself. It's just a little water.
Prestige can get rid of all the water, so you're fine.
Works for me.
That
And
is
it's a cantrip, so if you chose literally nobody here is wet, you don't have to worry about rust.
So
15.
sweet. So that counts as being soiled, just being wet. That works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Works. I'll remember that. It's good to know.
Good. Dry us off.
You said 15?
Yeah.
What was that you rolled?
12.
Well,
You make it 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah.
Same kind of effect, 3/4 of the way, fall in the water.
Less far to swim.
As you make it to the other side, all of you except for Elrana honestly needs to be prestidigitated to dry. That's really hard to say. To dryness.
You just call it dry cleaning.
Yeah, there you go.
Takes a
Invented
longer.
dry cleaning canon. You've invented dry cleaning in Motel 6.
I feel like we're a little more high class than Motel 6, but I mean,
We're not there yet. We're just starting off, so.
Yeah, you'll eventually.
we're
make
still
it,
above the red roof.
you,
so.
you'll
True,
you'll
true.
eventually make it to the Hilton, but for now, Motel 6.
We'll leave the light on for you.
So, so you continue your way north, and at about noon, you've walked for a few miles at this point, and you can kind of see off in the distance, to your northeast-ish. You're a little kind of off course, but no biggie. Kind of your northeast-ish, you see a collection of little like smoke pillars, seemingly from like campfires or something. And you look and see there are, like, from this distance it just looks like a large collection of buildings, but as far as details you can't make anything out yet. But you assume that that's probably the many hosts that you had been described. Oh boy. Okay. So. Okay. So, about another hour later, you start to approach, and you see, where did it go? Nope. There. Okay. You see a collection of what kind of it almost looks like buildings that resemble a little bit of what you guys put up on the sides of the road. Your little stone huts. But just they are larger in size, and there are a bunch of them. But as you approach, you start seeing a collection of orcs in various different kinds of armor, carrying each one of them armed. You see women, you see children, you see men, all seemingly walking through from building to building, probably just, the daily hubbub. And as you get about...
What color are these orcs?
They are all kind of like... There's different kinds. Some of them are tannish, some of them are green. Different hues of each. But as you get about a quarter mile away, you hear before a group of cloaked individuals spring up from the grass surrounding you. Probably like 10 or 12. And you're stopped in your tracks as one of them says, state your business.
Someone with a higher charisma than me, please.
You see some most if not all of them have weapons at the ready.
How many
few
of them
are somewhere around 10 or 12.
We're just walking this way.
Some of them have short swords. A couple of them have crossbows all cocked and aimed at you.
What did you teach me for phrases?
Oh, in Horde? I don't know. I hadn't really thought that far ahead. We'll go with this. The first little thing was just the basics. Hi, hello, how are you? Where is?
Where's the bathroom?
Yes,
Bathroom.
yes.
Fuck off.
Hello, goodbye. Where's the bathroom?
Food.
Food.
Yes. Basics. The start of it. We're not getting that complicated yet.
Are these orcish?
They're all
Oh,
cloaked.
How big are they looking?
They vary. Some are a little smaller than others. One of them is really big and broad-shouldered, but there's a cloak that's kind of pulled.
Is anyone bigger than him?
There's one as big as him.
Any of them bigger than Morzok?
None of them big as Morzog. There is one as big as Morzog.
I got a 14 in charisma.
So do I.
Can I?
We're just passing on through.
Can I say hi in Orcish? In his voice?
Sure.
That may throw some people. Because you tiny. That's going to throw a lot of people.
You say hi in Orcish about the same time that one of them goes, wait a second, and pulls the hood back and goes, Morzog? And as you turn to face this this person who seemingly knows your name, it's the one that is as big as Morzog. You see a tan-skinned orc with a head of black hair that is slicked back and eventually pulls into a ponytail that is tied with a piece of cord in seemingly kind of studded leather armor, a long cloak with a hood, and is slowly lowering a crossbow. It is your brother Zan.
What are you doing here? What's your military service doing here? I was just passing through. Is he actually are you stationed here? And where's the other one? I don't trust when I can't see the other one. Where's the other one?
Zor's inside. What are you doing here?
It's a long story. We need sit down, drink. We could tell a tale.
He kind of motions for everybody to kind of lower their weapons, and they all do. And as they stand and pull their hoods back, you see a collection of just there's two more orcs. There's a gnoll, seemingly kind of humanoid hyena. You see a goblin that has like a little short sword that's putting it away. And then you notice two individuals that you do not see very often. None of you do, except you, Morzog, which is a drow. They keep their hoods up to kind of shield them from the day's light, but they are elves that have skin that's kind of like a kind of dark blue yet ash black color.
How would I not know Drow?
Okay, you would know.
Thank
Drow.
you.
My apologies. I forget backstories.
Big man.
Anyway.
I'm offended.
In that respect, then, because I'm remembering things, the drow that you have previously encountered were immediately hostile and don't ask questions.
Like me.
These seemingly do not have that same like aura or demeanor. But he motions for everybody to lower their weapons, and he just kind of is like, I don't understand what you're doing here.
Yeah.
But I agree that maybe we all sit down, and he kind of looks at the rest of the group, and maybe we go inside and have some drinks, as I'm sure everybody here, including myself, has some explaining to do. And so he guides you into the small town that he explains is called Uruth, or Aruth. It's Aruuth. It's a collection of stone buildings and huts that surround what is a iron mine that leads deep underground in the center of the city. Yeah.
An iron mine?
There's an iron mine in the center of the city. Seemingly the only iron mine in this vicinity, and this village seems to be the main supplier to the rest of the villages that make up the many hosts. He guides you into another stone hut that, on the side of it, just has basically a chiseling of a mug on it. No seeming name, just a picture of a mug. Guides you inside where there are many stone, tiny stone tables, a couple of wood ones, where everybody seems to be enjoying a drink, but not very many patrons. There's one up at a wood bar at the far end of the room, and then there is one table that has 2 guys on it. He sits you all down and fuck, my brain just went blank. Did I say this was Zan or Sword?
Zan.
Zan.
Thank you. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway. So he introduces himself as I'm Zan. I'm Morzog's brother, and you guys are his friends, compatriots, traveling buddies, I take it.
First off, where's the other one?
Zor's currently busy.
Busy doing what?
I'm
I don't trust him if I don't see the other one.
I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but I'm sure he'll be around soon. But I mean, for now, catch me up. Who are these? Who are you? Where did you go?
Well, I spent time in Taldori, but you first. What are you doing this far west?
I'm stationed here for now.
I didn't know we had people this. I knew I was part of a. Last time I knew, the farthest we went out this way was just scout teams.
Well, you see him kind of give he has some stubbling along the jawline that he kind of scratches at. Well, while you've been away, there's been some issues.
Issues? What kind of issues?
One of the Queen's beacons had been discovered somewhere near Blightshore. The excavation team had dug it up and were getting ready to transport it before and some guy in a cloak and some armored individuals showed up and attacked the team. The beacon went missing. The current assumption is foul play from the Empire. There's been talk that it was a spy or an agent, an assassin of some sort that was sent to steal the beacon for the Empire. The Queen is pissed, needless to say. But just as a precaution, forces have been sent to many of the towns that are close to the mountain path. There was a another regiment sent to Asarius to watch there and maybe look into reinforcing our battlements. Maybe acquire a few tortoises. We're not sure. But for right now, all we're doing is pretty much watching the border.
You haven't had any more word of any sighting of this cloaked man and his armored figures?
Haven't heard from him.
Because that's what interrupted my Taldore vacation. Was,
You sure it's the same guy?
I mean, it fits the description. I mean, it's fairly vague, but
So that's
we
all we were
we
given.
was attacked by metal men. Constructs.
Constructs.
Never seen them before. Quite interesting, but they tear apart like any metal machine. But
I'm not as familiar. I've heard that some mages can summon golems made of stone, but
it ain't like this. These are powered by something. I don't think we even figured out what exactly powers it.
you still have the crystals
We have
that
the
you had got
crystals.
them, but the magical energy that you had sensed previously is inert ever since you had that dream.
I mean, I can show him the crystal
And
and tell him that it glowed to see if he recognizes
He inspects it.
the stories or whatever he's experienced here.
Oh goddamn. He takes the crystal and inspects it and goes, "Yeah, these look somewhat familiar, but
Well, and we don't know if it's a person or a group of people moving or just one asshole on a vendetta, but these, we've been tasked to find him.
take him in, kill him."
Yeah, depends on the situation. You know me.
Either or.
All too well.
How long can you shove someone in a bag of holding before they die?
30 minutes, ain't it?
That was
Was it
No,
10?
it's somewhere like
well, it's however long they can hold their breath. Because
yeah, because there is no air in there.
So they pass out before that.
Theoretically, if you can time it right, yeah,
I
sure.
believe it's 10 minutes.
I think we have a new concept to test.
God. What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yep.
Shit, let's see if I can find it here. A 14.
So, as you finish your sentence of "you know me," depends on the situation, you feel an arm go around your neck and kind of put you in a playful headlock as another hand starts to like noogie your hair. As your brother Zor is
I would like to immediately take a knife and just conveniently place it where his family jewels are.
I was just going to say, I'm just going to hip check him because I'm pretty sure I'm bigger. So,
Okay. So as the arm goes around and you hear some giggling, there is a knife placed at his inner thigh as he looks down and is like,
Kindly unhand my compatriot, please.
"Can you make an intimidation check, please?"
With advantage because of Kennedy?
but
With
I'll
advantage.
Exhausted?
I'll give you a single roll because you're at disadvantage, but you do have a knife, so
You said intimidation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Place.
You got this.
15.
He lets go and kind of slowly backs up. And we will pause right there for just a second. Anyway, we are back now. The person who had their arm around you slowly backs up before they, you turn around in your chair to see your brother Zor, another tan orc with shorter, more close cropped hair that seems to be in kind of this the top of it's kind of a little more grown out than the sides and is in a little more of a disarray. And Elrana currently has a dagger kind of pointed toward his Ghiblis. And
You did this to yourself, but you figure it out.
I'm just laughing.
oh, come on, bro. I ain't seen you in forever, and this is the introduction I get.
Play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Tell him what he's
Morzog. Whatever the fuck the 956
Tell him what he's won,
year.
Johnny.
The year.
Now, if you talk nice and say you're sorry, she may let you go.
I mean,
That's not what I'm hearing.
I'm sorry.
Fine.
He kind of slowly kind of sidesteps and pulls an empty chair from one of the other tables up to you.
On the other side of the table.
And Zan is sitting across, just shaking his head with his face covered by his hand, just like, I mean, which way did you come from? I take it you came from the south. The hell were you doing that way?
We were bamfed in. I came through a tree. Believe me if you want.
He blinks, like, just, oh.
Great big world out there, bro. Came through a tree.
I don't know anything about magic.
I do. I've learned new tricks. Great sword.
Yeah, well, you were the studious one.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta learn new tricks to survive in new lands.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now I can summon a stick to hit things.
Yeah, look, summon stick.
You summon the sword, and he just kind of grins. Well, looks like I'm not gonna, me and I have to keep looking to remember who's who. Looks like me and Zor have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could always travel after your stint in the military. Learn
Zor-
new tricks.
Zor has kind of leaned back in his chair and is like motioning to the bartender, and he makes like 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and then looks back and goes, looks back at Zan and goes, so did you tell him? And he's like, yeah, I told him. And Zor looks over and is like, bunch of shit, man.
So what are you actually doing here? You just chilling out? You reinforcements? Just sitting around being assholes?
Pretty much
like
reinforcements.
Hide out in bushes and ambush anyone who walks up.
Yeah, that's a cute little trick. That's not a fight you wanted to take.
Zan pipes up and is like, that's just precaution. We have groups stationed around the perimeter of all the villages to just kind of bar the villages from anything that would make its way through the grasslands. Just we've seen a few indications of monsters, but nothing big. And we're definitely keeping an eye out for any Imperial forces that want to try and make their way through the mountains.
You guys know anything about the Wyvern Riders? Because they're not doing too well.
A couple of them, or Zan and Zor, kind of make a face and go, Wyvern Riders?
Yeah, we came out of the tree and then they were assholes, and they're not assholes no more. So you run into that a lot.
No.
You're a lot of help.
You fucking killed wyverns?
Well, you know, it's either that or be food, and I'm not a fan of being food.
Fun fact, wyverns taste pretty good, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Fucking just...
Did we take anything off of those wyverns? Like the skin or whatnot?
Yeah.
I got claws.
We took a bunch of stuff.
Actually, I think
Claws and teeth and skin, and I have a thing of wyvern poison.
I'll say we can show them so they know I'm not bullshitting.
I'll
But-
take out the fucking claws.
you show them the pieces of the wyvern you'd acquired, and I mean, the next thing you know, you're gonna be slaying dragons for all we know.
I don't want none of that.
Keep this shit up.
No, yeah, you know. Traveling will do that to you. You stay in one place too long, get stagnant, and can become boring. Have you all heard from Dad recently?
Zan looks at Zor. Zor kind of looks away. Zan is make an insight check.
I don't want to. That's going to be like a 10.
You were right, you didn't want to.
Really didn't want to. Let's see what my insight at. Yeah, that's 10.
Zan looks at Zor. Zor looks away and is like going back to looking at the bartender like he's looking for something. And looks back at you, and Dad's doing fine. He, is enjoying retirement. And he seems to be he found a girlfriend. They've been steady for the last few months.
I mean, Mom's been gone for a while, so I mean, you can't really blame him.
Yeah.
Are we not a fan of the girlfriend?
It's weird.
Weird how?
Not weird as in she's weird. Weird as in it's just weird to see him with another,
Well, I mean, Mom died giving birth to you two. I mean, how can it be weird for you? It'd be weird for me, but I mean...
Yeah, but it's the knowledge of that it's not Mom.
I mean, I guess. He's
Like,
retired, he's getting up there in years. I mean...
It's both ways. I mean, we didn't get to have time with Mom, but we know it's not Mom. But we're just happy to see him happy.
There you go. There's the right answer.
I'm pretty sure Zor's been sneaking around with one of the Drow fellas, and Zor's like, hey, now, I have been doing no such fucking thing.
Insight fucking check.
Sure, insight check.
Yeah, I mean, because I'd believe it, but mine's an 18.
It's gonna be 7.
You're not quite sure, Ilrana.
But I got that gaydar though.
Right?
I'm not giving you advantage for gaydar.
I should have advantage for gaydar.
Well, you would, but you're tired, so...
Damn it. Fair.
You look over and Zor's just like shaking his head. You're pretty sure they're just fucking with each other, but
Fair enough.
Zor's like, I ain't doing no such fucking thing, asshole.
You run around with those drows too long, man.
I mean, You seem to be in pretty pleasant company as he kind of like leans over and is kind of looking Elrana up and down a little bit.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
I would advise against it.
No, don't let him do it.
Has she already been?
I need a shower. Let him do it.
He leans in and
You
is
get
like,
to clean up.
How is it? Have you two or just you or just you?
I'm gonna go with no, but why don't you ask her?
Give it a shot, bud. I've changed my tune. Go for it.
I mean,
Whatever you ordered from the bar, get like 4 more.
the bartender comes over with a large platter of different mugs of ale and passes them around the table, and then sets down a little basket that has like these nice freshly cooked buns.
Rolls?
Yes.
He forgot rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, English is hard.
It to redeem myself also sets down a little thing of butter that seems to have little brown speckles all over it.
We talking like Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah,
rolls?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's roll time.
I want some fucking Texas
That's
Roadhouse.
alright. I want him to use coffee.
Eat 3 baskets of rolls. Receive
Connor
steak. No
country.
room for steak.
Yeah, right.
Eat steak anyway.
I have the same problem at Red Lobster. It's like cheddar bay biscuit, cheddar bay biscuit, cheddar bay biscuit. Here's your lobster tail.
It's alright.
Can I get it to go?
$260
I made a mistake.
for us to eat steak on vacation.
Can I get another thing of cheddar biscuits?
It was like,
Vacation.
yeah, it was like $40 a person to get it. Like
Anyway, before my mouth starts watering everywhere,
it was really good though. It was
brings
probably the best
you
steak I've ever had.
hot rolls with butter and drinks of ale.
All right. Well, I've talked here. Introduce yourself to the twins, which is what I'm going to be calling them from now on. The twins.
They introduce
Everybody say
themselves
hi, hello.
As Zan and Zor.
Say hello in his voice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
They both look at Note and go, "That is unsettling."
That is unsettling.
Fuck it, I will find it later.
What are you trying to find?
I wrote down their actual, not their nicknames, their actual names.
Hold on. I can find that faster than you can.
Yeah, because it's in our text message, and I thought
Yeah.
I wrote down their full names.
Zorok and Zendril.
There we go.
I'm gonna stick with the
Xandrin,
twins.
Shatterstep, and Zorik.
I believe.
Spelled with an X, not a Z.
Now I'm sticking with the twins.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Now I gotta fix everything to a fucking Z. Or an X, not a Z.
I knew that was going to get you too.
I can't spell as it is, damn it. Fuck you.
Who's the imitator?
Nope.
Okay.
That's Note the Kinku.
Yeah. I've seen, 2 of your kind other than you once.
Seems to be common.
And you are?
Garm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see what I'm working with.
I do. Zor looks over at Elrana and goes, "And you might be?"
Ilrana.
She's a badass.
I can tell.
Look, Arctis is around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
This is here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
NPC is hard for me.
Luckily for you, he's very quiet and
Yeah.
doesn't say much.
Arctis,
He shoots things.
Arctis is
Poorly,
sitting
but he
kind of
tries.
catty corner behind people and just kind of, I'm Arctus. And then just kind of like ducks down, sips his ale. Okay.
We've had a rough couple days. The talking mood does not strike me here.
Quite the motley crew.
Seems to work.
Indeed.
Where are we going from here? Because this was our destination to begin with.
I think we're going to Hupperduke still.
Is that still? Yes, this is the stopover. I remember.
This
now.
was just
Damn
close.
it.
So, where are you guys headed then? What's your next destination?
Haha. Hupperduke.
Hupperduke?
Hupperduke.
You're going to the Empire.
Going to the Empire.
What?
I have no allegiances either way anymore, so...
What in the Sam held for?
Well, I told you what I was here for, what we were doing.
He's bent out of shape because this guy blew up his horse.
I am
Guy blew up your horse.
big mad. And we take heads in this party, so...
I was being nice.
That should be our party name.
What,
We
big
take
mad?
Big mad.
The big mad.
The big mad. I mean, have you ever been fireballed to almost out of your existence?
I can't say that I have.
Okay, then you do not know the anger.
Big mad.
I
Big
can only
mad.
assume that it's not fun.
No, not great. Especially when you forget you have certain things to help with it, but it is. I digress.
But how mad though? Big mad.
But yes, our destination is Hupperduke from here. This is...
So you see Zor kind of like is like twinging his own nose as he's like trying to think. And he looks and he goes, I think I might have like a solution or like some help with that. If you want it, let me inquire. I'll get back to you.
Alright. We can spend a day. We've already lost a little bit of time. We don't even actually have, other than going there, a general thought of find asshole, kill asshole is what we're on right now. So,
This is kind of our last known location type deal.
yeah.
Well, I think
Do we?
I think I know a guy who knows a guy who
Who knows
might
a guy.
know a guy who's currently napping.
Well, we'll go wake him up.
Let me get back to you. I'll and he like downs his flagon, yeah. Sets it back down on the table and is like, I'll be back, and walks out. And
Did we ever let Percy know we made it?
No, I can fix that.
I mean, it's probably been a while, and I don't believe he's worried, but it probably would be common courtesy.
Okay.
Do you
I
have,
go outside.
do you have message?
Do you have message?
No.
Okay, I
Arctis-
have animal
Arctis
messenger
does.
that I was just gonna
message and
Oh.
sending are two different
I was
things.
gonna just animal
Arctis has
messenger
one,
that shit.
doesn't he?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's like a third level spell.
I'll just animal messenger it and we can fix all of that.
Yeah.
Animal messenger.
Yeah, huh? Or keep looking. Okay, fine.
I was just
He's curious now that I
I
brought it up.
eventually want to get D&D
He has-
text messaging, so.
Okay, so you step outside among the crowd of orcs and cast Animal Messenger.
Uh-huh.
Can I get the specifics of the spell, please?
One action. By means of the spell, you use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast you can see within range, such as a squirrel, blue jay, or bat. Specify a location which you must have visited, and a recipient who matches a general description, such as a man or a woman dressed in the uniform of a town's guard, a red-haired dwarf wearing a pointed hat. You also speak a message of up to 25 words. The target beast travels the duration of the spell towards a specified location for 24 hours.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
What?
Well, because it travels for the duration of the spell.
Covering 50 miles per 24 hours.
Okay. You know how far away we are now? Because we cheated. We didn't. We're different continents here.
You need a bug.
I don't think 50 miles is gonna cut.
If you do a rat, it can board a ship.
But even then, after the spell ends, it won't carry the message anymore. Is the thing.
Fine, never mind.
Sorry, not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying.
If it were more than 50 miles, then it might take a few days. But 50 miles per 24 hours, you're talking
Yeah.
Go beat 'em in
more.
We'll,
Maybe.
we'll beat it back. There's that possibility.
Hey Percy, how you doing? Just wanted to let you know we got the thing you were asking for. As soon as you guys like get done saying that, a little bird just
just deadened. Oh well, he'll figure it out. Either he'll send someone else or yeah.
That is a very long way to carry somebody's head.
You got it back.
And a lot of explaining.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, while he does that, do you guys need anything? Supplies?
I think we're good on supplies. We just need a place to stay for the night, don't we?
You need a horse.
We need horses.
We could
Horses?
use horses. That would be nice. Yes.
I can inquire to see if I can get you guys a group of horses. I don't see why that would be too much of a problem. Look, I'm just telling you, if you're heading to the Empire, things are tense. Because at first it was accusations that the Empire had taken this from us, and now it's the Empire thinking that we're just trying to start shit. So
But we're not just trying to start shit, right?
they don't know that.
Well, no, I'm asking you.
Oh,
This
asking-
wasn't us, right?
I'm going off of the information that I know, and that we were attacked. They took our somebody took the beacon that we had acquired. That's what I know.
And without any other knowledge, we're just going off the fact that, well, the Empire's an asshole, so we're blaming them? Man, I'm glad I left the military when I did, let me tell you.
What's the beacon and why is it important? Is it a very long story?
You aren't. That's a dumb question. Well, being as you're not from these parts, the Kreen dynasty, which is the ruling body of Jorhas, is worshippers of an entity called the Luxon. Supposedly, it's a god of light that came from the beginning of creation and was, according to the religion, basically the first god. He showed up, or they, or it, I'm not sure, showed up and created life. And from there, just kind of was like, taking a back seat to watch everything unfold. These beacons are part of its body, quote unquote, that are basically its way of observing the world. The Kreen dynasty has deemed that they want to find these to hopefully bring themselves closer to it. They use it as like a idol or
Kind of like Meridia's beacon from Sky. Yeah.
yeah, you're not wrong. Totally forgot about that shit. There are multiple. We're currently in possession of 2, or no, that would have been our second. Yeah, that would have been our second one.
How many are known to exist?
We don't know. They discovered one years ago whenever the Drow came up from the Underdark and established the Kreen dynasty. And since then it's kind of just been random. they've been looking for them, but with no real way of doing so, they just kind of happened upon this one.
So it's something somebody would kill for.
Big religious artifact. So yes, holy wars are a thing.
God damn it, I hate religion. The paladin hates religion.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, I've played that.
I am playing it.
But according to it's not something
It's all a big finger pointing game, is all it is.
at the current point in time. Yeah.
Fucking pissing content.
Yeah, pretty much. They're looking for any reason to be pissed off at the Empire. They're just using this as a way to fuel their anger towards it, because no one can seem to get along.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If you
they're
do
going
something that matches the very terrible description we have of our person.
To be fair.
So, third party.
The Empire has been giving us shit for literally years. Decades.
Yeah, so
And
that
orcs have been giving everyone shit for years, decades.
you hush.
And yet,
Don't drag me into this.
To be honest, I don't really care about your cock measuring contest. I'm just trying to glean information if this is... Because if it is our guy, he might know how to do something with it. Bad. Big bad.
But just imagine a giant, one of the constructs, and instead of the stone, it has Meridia's beacon as the power.
That's fine. I'm gonna grapple it.
Note to self: make bad guy bigger.
I almost grappled the hag. I thought about it.
I'm gonna grapple it. You're just like on its arm being flung around.
My rolls are high enough, it works.
it's still crippled. You can actually only grapple something your size or smaller.
According to things that I've heard about it, apparently you can be reborn through it. I'm not much one for. I'm not what.
He's not the magic type.
I'm not much for religion or magic or any of that.
He swings sticks and make things dead. It's okay.
That's pretty much what we
But
do.
from what I've heard,
We should bring the magic sticks.
it can pretty much hold on to your soul until a new body comes along, and then it kind of lets you have that one.
Where did this little ambush take place? Have him show me on the map where you all lost it.
He points. Can use.
Also, were there any casualties on the attacker side?
On the attacker's side?
Yes.
No.
Probably not.
Nope.
They were probably cut
They
off.
took us.
Suck.
They took us completely by surprise.
Suck.
Yeah, where in the fuck? There it is.
Swing your stick better. Roll better.
So what he points to, and I'll show you guys. This is essentially where you guys are. You're right here. What he points to is somewhere right here.
Bit of a trek.
Bit of a trek.
That's a fucking long
Over the Penumbra Range, right along Blight Shore here.
So I like how you get attacked all the way over there, and you're
I
trying to
didn't.
do. Oh, no, I'm
I
saying.
wasn't there.
I'm saying.
Right.
The
right.
military as a whole, this empire here, or not the empire, but you know what I mean, gets attacked all the way over there. So instead of focusing your manpower in that direction, you way over here.
We never said the
We
boss was
assume
smart.
now the beacon is with the Empire, and by that notion, they could be coming over the Ashkeeper Peaks whenever.
You know what they say about assuming.
It's bad in
How
everything
long
except
ago
physics.
was the attack?
True.
Like, was this within the last? How long have we been here?
A couple days. We've been
In
here
this area?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, a couple
Since we've came to this continent, it's only been a couple days.
Yes.
Right?
3 or 4 days. Or give
Like
or
not even
take.
quite a
long
week
have-
because
how
we
long have
got
you been gone?
whopped and then we've.
How long have you been gone?
It's been a couple years. They should be at the end of their deployment, and they were about. I think we said 2 years that I've been traveling for since I got out. They came in at the right into mine, so 2 or 3 years.
It might have been a few months ago at this point.
So this was before we got whomped.
Mm-hmm.
This was before all of. Well, I don't know how long did we take to track across the fucking continent.
2 weeks.
2
Is
weeks.
that what we're going
It's
with
been
now?
2 weeks total since the original events that you all.
So we've been retrofitted to 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'll take it. Okay.
Yeah, because
Good. Good to know. Yep. Nope. I'm 100% okay with that. I just needed to know.
I did some research, and apparently the scale that
Yeah.
is
You-
put on
yeah.
the Taldore map, the physical map, and the distances that Matt Mercer had basically voiced out, two totally different things.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's fine. So you lost your shit
Ow.
before we encountered ours. Well, me
Judging
and Note encountered. Me and Note's encounter.
Everyone else is new here.
Everyone else we kind of picked up along the way, but that's fine.
No, Rana was there too.
No,
She
it
wasn't. She didn't show up until after we were fighting the orcs.
Yeah.
We were already traveling. They came in after her and
There
our
for
haven't
the
been there
fireball.
since the beginning.
Not there
yeah,
for the
but
science fair.
you guys encountered this guy after Western.
talking about the science
I'm
fair.
talking about the
Oh, gotcha.
constructs.
Okay. Yeah,
Our
you're good.
first encounter with the constructs
You're
happened
good, you're good.
after.
You're right. You're good. You're
Beacon was
fine.
ambushed.
I thought you were talking about
No,
cloaked dipshit.
no. I'm just trying to timeline shit
Yeah.
for reference
so, yeah,
point.
It
So what? Why would he come to Taldori just to come back to here? It couldn't have been the same person. I mean, I guess it could be, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
People
Could
do
be the
stupid
same
things.
horror.
Or sometimes they have to go, or maybe he had to go pick something up. Or maybe he can go through trees too.
Well, that's probably a distinct possibility, but
Because we were told it might be a group of people.
yeah.
And,
Well,
and we
that's-
have a name of one person of the group of people.
We do, don't we? I don't think I wrote down that name.
It's a long fucking name. I didn't write it down.
I
I'll
was
tell you that.
taking notes, but we were on the computer, and I kind of.
Yeah, mine are on the computer.
Yeah, she typed it out, but Fowler's fucking name.
Yeah, I didn't
Long,
see it
that's what it was.
Stallmaster.
Stallmast something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or something Stallmast.
The name you're given was Stallmaster. According to the information you were given, he was a engineer that was from
Horon Stallmast.
that was from Hupperduke, who designed constructs, and after being discovered doing some pretty sketchy testing methods, he was ousted. And
Let's
has been on the run.
while we're here, let's float that name around.
Yeah.
See if anyone knows anything.
Did anybody survive the ambush?
That's true too.
A few of the excavation team.
And where are they at now? Because they're probably clear across the continent, but where are they at now for future reference?
Back in Rosona.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, did they see how the plate things moved? Humans and robots move very differently.
I'm surprised y'all had as much problems as you did with them. But I digress.
Like I said, swing your stick better.
So where are we staying for the evening here?
Are you staying for the evening?
Well, we're waiting for Jor to come back, right?
We're waiting for this sleeping guy who
So
knows
until
5
further
other people.
until further notice, I mean,
Well,
do we just want to make camp outside and make
You
them all
guys
jealous with our Motel
don't
6?
make camp outside. This is a bar, but there's an inn literally across the street that has a few rooms upstairs that you can inquire about, I'm sure.
Or we can sleep outside for free. And it's basically the same thing.
I think everyone may be jealous of the Motel 6.
They get a free building out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can look around the village if you want and see if there's anything you need. If you need any supplies, I'm sure they're happy to. I can look into maybe getting you guys a horse or something.
Yeah, we need horses. That needs to be a priority before we do anything. So let's start there. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your drinks for now.
Before I forget, I give you back the bag of holding because I probably shouldn't have that.
And I'll go look
Probably
into the horses, and I'm sure Jor will be back soon. He does the same thing where he downs his drink, gets up, and makes his way out the door. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about? Or did you already talk about it?
This continent fucking sucks. And I don't like trees anymore. I switched a spell to deal with it.
Well, there's a start. We just gonna go stroking up into the Empire, be like, yo, what up? I mean, what's really our plan here? I mean, because we're gonna have this kind of response no matter where we go. We're pretty much outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can blend in through here, but once we get into the Empire, it's gonna kind of be
I stick out pretty much everywhere. So
fucked. So,
I don't know really
I'm a
anything about
dragon.
this empire.
I stick out pretty good.
yeah. Well-
Given the races that you guys had picked, like you are literally a motley crew.
Yeah.
A Dragonborn, a Kenku, a Genasi, and an Orc.
We stick out pretty fucking good.
Not
Yeah.
a human-looking motherfucker among you.
The most
That
human
could be
looking is
changed.
Arctis.
Arctis
Yeah.
is human looking.
Our Arctis, who is the most the hairiest looking human on the face of the planet. Get down.
Blaze.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Fucker.
He hears his name, his
Yeah,
ears
up there he
perk
goes.
back, and is like, "Oh, I'm being called," but he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's an asshole.
Throw Nikita at him.
That would just hurt the dog.
What
You
we
can't
need to
pull
have a
it.
plan going into the Empire.
Yeah. What is Team Big Mad's plan here?
How does the empire act? I do not know this empire.
Yeah,
I'm not
neither
from
do I.
around here.
Well,
Referring to it as this.
with given the current situation of everyone being an asshole to each other, they're probably not going to be overly friendly with
They might assume
any
it's our fault.
with any strangers coming through their kingdom. So
Well, I welcome anybody to assume it's our fault.
yeah, I mean, I'd rather not have to fight our way through the Empire.
Nah, I'd rather not. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
It'd be fun.
You sneak in, you get, and
You
then-
sneak in.
You sneak in, we don't sneak.
I
We're
sneak
kind of big
in.
loud.
Big
You tell me what
loud.
we need. I can look like human.
The last time we played,
Are we supposed to get in contact with someone in Hupperduke? Or are we just told to go be?
Well, we're looking for that dude.
that was
Yeah.
that was just our
Oh,
last
oh,
known
man.
location. This is the last place he was kicked out of.
Ah, that's a fun start.
Actually, it was the first place he was kicked out of.
Whatever.
It's the last place we know he was kicked out of.
Last place he was seen.
You missed the hag fight. Disadvantage. I stole a 19 on stealth.
Oh, well, sometimes it happens.
I was kind of mad because the first one was a 20.
Sometimes it happens. I mean, I kind of figure, like, up until we get up to the border, we can kind of just meander and we shouldn't be too...
Do we need to have a
I-
very nice letter that says we're allowed to go wherever the fuck we want to? Do we need to
I
disguise
assume
ourselves?
They have
How would we
checkpoints.
get the letter? Because Percy doesn't have any say here, does he?
I restate.
No, but we do have a
Continent
convenient looking
fucking
Kenku
sucks.
rogue who
I
can
can-
forge papers.
That's true. We'll have to see how that works. 'Cause
I mean, I've been gone for a couple of years. I don't know what it takes to get across the border
it'd
anymore.
probably
through
also
here.
help if I had someone else's papers to reference.
My
off of.
time was tension, but nothing like this. Nothing...
Would you like to make an intelligence check to give in-depth information as to what the Empire is?
We can try.
Would I know anything?
So, Morzog and Note would be the two to make the check. It would be history.
Oh. You check in history? What's my history here?
Okay.
It's still an 18.
Nice.
At,
It's like
21.
yeah.
Nice.
Good checks on both. So, with combined efforts,
You ever
the
had to fight
Dwendalian
some
Empire
Imperial soldiers?
is ruled by a King
I was
Bertrand Dwendal.
I was recon.
Fuck. Knowing how they
Um,
fight would be useful. And fun.
It is I don't know the political name for it, but you worship its gods, pay its taxes, and the crown will supply protection, basically.
It's extortion.
I think we call that fascism.
King Bertrand maintains an isolationist worldview, even in times of need.
America back in the 40s.
He ignores political alliances with distant nations.
North Korea.
There is which prevents any skyship docks from being made. By the way, the only skyship on the Wildmount continent is all the way in Port Damali. Fun little fact. Or Port Damali. No, yeah, Port Damali. I'm thinking of something else.
So basically, we have an archaic system that is doomed to fail.
You know, they get manpower. They've been around this long.
So is this the equivalent of Rome?
Or North Korea.
Rome,
a
North Korea,
little
the Gauls.
more
Pick
North
one.
Korea. It has a strict set of. Whereas with Xhorhas, the main religion is the Luxon. But if you worship something else, not a problem. With the Empire, they have a certain collection of gods that you worship. If you don't worship those gods and you're discovered, you're arrested.
Rest.
All hail that god.
It's almost totalitarianism. Almost.
Ish, yeah.
Half-assed totalitarianism. There you go.
It's been at odds with the dynasty for decades. Its isolationist look has kind of faded a little bit over the years, as tensions between the Empire and the dynasty have always kind of been there. They have a thing kind of like... Shit, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, kind of like the Arcana Pensophical in Taldore, they kind of have the same magic council called the Cerberus Assembly. That most people will argue if they know the dealings between the crown and the assembly. Some would say that the assembly has the king in his pocket and not the other way around. But
We're
yeah.
gonna have a hard time going here, aren't we?
We need more updated information.
They really don't like to share information. Not a lot gets out about the Empire.
Murder their guards, take their stuff, walk in dressed as them.
Okay,
an
well,
option.
you were here 2 years ago. A lot of shit could have changed in 2 years. So we need more updated information.
So
I'm saying I don't know how to get that because the information coming out of the Empire was scarce
who
as it
is
was.
the Empire's best buddy, pretty much? Like, they send diplomatic gifts back and forth, or do they not have any big
No,
assholes?
they're North
do
Korea.
not
They're
have-
assholes. There's no China in this situation.
the Empire likes the Empire. That's pretty much it.
I was wondering if the Empire might collect exotic
Years ago,
into like.
Years ago, whenever dragons attacked Taldore, they sought help from the Empire, and the Empire basically told them to fuck off.
Okay.
Because there was one dragon that came to Wildmount, and it was in Draconia, which was seen more as the dynasty side of things. Even though Draconia was basically its own thing from the dynasty. So it was basically not our problem, we don't care. And that's pretty much how they felt about the other dragons. That's on your continent, we don't care, it's not our problem.
So our end goal is taking down a dictatorship.
We're not here to overthrow the Empire.
We're not
yet.
We're not
Oh
here.
my
Not
god, that would be a
here.
whole fucking campaign.
To overthrow the Empire.
Not yet.
If it happens, it happens, but that's not what we're here for.
I'm gonna sit down with my, my other friends that I talk to that are outside of D&D that I wanted them to kill a thing and they decided to overthrow a country. I don't know where I went wrong.
All of a sudden, that conquest battle is not
Decided
looking
to
so
play
bad.
Dungeons and Dragons. That's just how
Mhm.
it is.
Fuck.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But our main goal...
I think at that point I would actually have to reach out to Matt and be like, I seriously need your help. I would not get it, but I would beg. Anyway,
So we rule your empire now.
yeah.
Oops.
We've set up a chain. It went from we set up a chain of Motel 6s to we now rule an empire.
Help.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Help. We don't know what to do. I don't know how to rule people.
I am not politically informed enough to do this shit. Okay. So, Jor finally comes back with a cloaked figure.
Why is everyone going to be cloaked around here? Cowards?
What's wrong with being cloaked?
You're tiny. I expect you to be cloaked.
I don't have my hood up, so.
It's not complete. He's not. This person's not completely cloaked. It's basically a cape with a hood, and the hood is up. You see a silver set of half plate armor, and the person is carrying a shield loosely by one of the straps and has a sword on the belt. The black cloak seems to be made of a leathery material, and is instructed to just kind of sit down with you guys. Jor sits down. The hooded figure keeps the hood up and has not revealed their face yet. And Jor explains, this here is an adventure kind of like the rest of you, who has been a ways, him and his group. And he has asked that you how do I say this? And you hear a voice just say, basically just don't ask so many questions, okay? And he pulls his hood back, and you see a human-looking person. The skin is a little pale, almost a porcelain, but not so white in color, if that makes sense. Kayla knows what I'm talking about. She knows makeup.
Mm-hmm. Vanilla would be the skin tone you're looking for.
Sure. The hair is the first thing that catches you because it is silver. Not silver as in the person is getting old. Silver as in the same color as the armor, with a metallic sheen and all. The eyes that glance around the table are a very dark golden color. And he looks at the rest of you and says that I heard you guys needed to get to Upperduke. I have a friend in my traveling party that we've passed it, pretty much. And we know of a location to basically get you there. We can get you there in seconds.
Oh boy, another tree?
I take it you guys already know this form of transportation.
Ah, yay, another tree.
As long as the tree doesn't throw another fucking rock at me.
Tree through a rock.
Multiple rocks.
I don't think I want to know.
No. Burning the forest down when I come back.
That's
You guys are gonna take
build our
you
empire.
guys are gonna take a year vacation, and you're gonna make it a point to go back to the Lotus Den and just burn it to the ground.
I'll find a way.
Yeah, trauma's a real thing.
Deal with your demons in different ways, I guess.
I have a problem with things throwing rocks at me. It's a deep-seated hatred.
I know somebody you gotta meet. All he did was throw rocks.
Well, if this is something that interests you, you'll have to wait until 7-ish tonight, because he's currently sleeping. We've been a long way, and he's exhausted most of his spell capabilities and needs to rest.
We're gonna be able to take horses this time?
Oh, through a tree. You
Yes,
got
you
6
can.
seconds.
Yes, you can.
I say we just
If
didn't
it's a
have
big,
them
if
to
it's a
take
big
them.
enough tree, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hate to invest in horses and not be able to take said horses.
I mean, we didn't travel by horse, so we just came by foot. But I'm assuming if we could find a big enough tree, we could send the horses through with you.
Where are we gonna be spit out at?
Yeah, how close are we gonna be here?
Yeah, like, are we?
We can get you to pretty much outside the city walls. There's a collection of trees that reside just outside of the city that we had passed by.
Well, then, do we want to take the horses, or do we
You
not
could always
just
get
want to
horses there if we need to.
bother?
Because then we have to stable them if we can get into the city, or
Yeah, depending on how we get
Figure-
into the city.
you know,
I mean,
figure out how to get into the city with horses.
Well, I have an idea to get into the city if we need
How
a
did
way
you
to
get in and out of the Empire?
Tree.
Well, we'd actually come from Taldore and made it to Port Damali by skyship, and from there we just kind of been traveling. Me and my group are basically monster hunters. We find people in need and help them. Kind of simple as that.
From my understanding, the relationship between the Empire
We
and
don't
here isn't.
we don't have an affiliation.
So they just let you pass through because you don't have an affiliation.
So if we don't claim the dynasty, we're fine, kind of thing.
Did you have to get papers?
Look, this is exactly what I was talking about. If you want the transportation, we'll give it to you. But I'm not going to answer a bunch of questions.
I'm good with the transportation. Do you?
I like the inside check.
Sure.
Roll it.
Oh, for the love of, you're going away.
Survey says.
18.
You rolled a 1.
Haha.
That dice is going to go away for a while.
It's blame the dice.
I am going to blame the dice. You can tell that there's definitely something being hidden. There's someone he's trying to protect, or something he's trying to protect. A piece of information that he is not willing to give up.
Listen, I'm not asking for your deepest, darkest secrets here. I just want to know how the Empire works to protect me and myself and this party.
We kind of don't want to teleport over there and them to tell us, well, you're not human, you can't come in. Where's your papers?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I have advantage because...
Sure. So a single roll.
Ooh. 16?
Papers, please.
I would prefer not to have to murder across the Empire, just to leave.
As far as race goes, he might be a little bit of an issue.
I'm always an issue.
That's true.
But I'm sure if you play your cards right and you word it well, you'll be fine.
We're sneaking in.
Or fucked.
I can word it well.
We'll go under the wall.
Okay, yeah.
As far as the rest of you, you should be fine.
We can go straight down at an angle, and go down far enough.
We'll go under the wall.
There's a lot of, it's no offense to you.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's skepticism around orcs in most places.
And, you know, I'm just fine.
You're more of a curiosity. I'm an asshole.
That's fair.
You are a curiosity.
I could probably talk our way through most of the things, but
Maybe we could
They
try.
just gotta let you sleep first.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure you're not hangry. You know, check all the boxes.
But you can either wait till tonight, which is as soon as we can get you there. Otherwise, morning. If you guys wanted to sleep here.
I would prefer to rest for the day.
I'd actually prefer to go this evening.
is there a particular reason you're willing to use this spell to get us there?
We gotta do shit up front.
We can camp out in the woods before we do anything. It's
Because
more recon to see what they do at night kind of thing. Because if we just magically bamf in the daytime, who knows what, you know what I mean?
Because from where I'm standing, you know, being adventurers, we're kind of one and the same, and a little help every now and again isn't so bad. And, you know, Zor asked nicely.
Is there a name for this group you're a part of?
Which one's Zor? The one you're worried about all the time, or
The one that if I can't see him, I don't like not being able to see him.
You gather that Zan seems to be the pretty upfront, you know, one, not very much unlike Morzog, but Zor has a little bit of a shithead streak.
He thinks he's funny.
if we come through this tree and he thinks it's funny, I'm coming back for him.
Yeah, that's between you and him.
Okay, good. I'm glad we talked this
my
through.
group and I don't have a name.
Good, we don't either.
Big group, big mad.
That's not gonna stick.
No.
I have a feeling it's just going to be repeated until it does stick. We don't have a name. We're just a couple of friends who met along the way and decided to team up.
I say we go this evening.
Yeah.
We can camp and recon in the dark.
Yeah. We can get there, walk away, sleep,
Dig a hole.
figure it out.
Yeah. Because if we wait till morning, we're more likely to be seen.
Yeah.
What's
Appearing out
the-
of a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Time difference.
It's not. It's the same.
It's
It's a
Oh,
vertical
so it's-
thing.
Oh, okay.
you'll probably be
I don't know. Does Taldori run like sideways time zones?
Yes, actually.
I don't like that.
Exandria does go in,
I don't like that.
Foot?
which actually with
We did travel time zones.
Tal'Dorei is kind of like
Yeah.
Going from Tal'Dorei to
Tal'Dorei is basically like North America in the retrospect. There's like, you know, Eurasia,
Yeah.
North America, or the
Well,
Americas.
I know we're on the other side of the planet. It was dark when we got here.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I mean, time zone wise, is it
You would be
vertical or horizontal time zone time?
gaining an hour.
Because it would have to be vertical, right? Because horizontal can't work with
Yeah.
the time
Depending
change
on
for us
how-
showing up.
correct.
So
There's not a map with Exandrian time zones. I'm not sure.
You're the
think
DM. You need to
think
figure it
you're-
out.
I think you're getting. Is it gaining or losing an hour?
It depends on which way you're going.
I think you're gaining an hour because you're going this way. I think
They're an hour ahead of us.
Are we going west or east?
you're going west.
They're
We're
an
gaining an hour.
Okay, so
Yeah, we're gaining time going
You might be
back.
gaining an hour.
We're losing an hour.
Sucks
No,
either way.
no, we're gaining it out. Well, it depends on which way you look at it.
That's true.
So it'll be
Either way.
If it's 7, it'll be 8 when we get there.
No,
No,
if it's
it's
7, it'll
seven,
be
it'll be
6 when we
six.
get there. Because you,
Oh.
I say gaining because you have more time in the day.
Correct.
Okay.
Some people say losing because it's like,
Because
oh
it
well,
goes
your
backwards
cumulative
on the clock.
time, so it goes backwards. So it just
Yeah.
depends on
So we're going
what you
northwest.
mean.
You're not on the same page.
Yes. Well, we ought to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
I'm gonna make his head explode before the end of this campaign, ain't I?
We
I
leave
think
at
this
night,
is the most
make
thought
camp.
I've put into this entire campaign in just this one session. Fuck.
Over
Well, okay,
something
so how far?
Politics-
So how far
politics
across the
and time
continent are we
zones.
going though? Because we can't be we cannot be going west from where he pointed on that map from where
Correct.
You're going northwest. Hang on.
Do you not know the difference between is this a continent and country kind of situation here?
No.
You don't remember west and east?
No.
So
okay.
where are we and where are we
So,
going? East.
This
Where are we now?
Point to where we are.
you were here.
Where are we going?
You are going. You can barely see it, but it says Duke right there.
There is no way that's not the same time zone.
That's same time zone.
You're being teleported hundreds of miles across the mountain range.
But we're going
doesn't matter,
up,
but we're going
not
up.
left.
Yeah, but it's.
Up and slightly to the left,
Doesn't-
like
it-
very
it's-
slightly.
it's
to
not
the
like
I
left.
we're
don't know. I
going-
don't know where the time zones are exactly.
So
You're
make
the
it
DM.
easier
I
on
said
yourself.
maybe.
Figure it out.
That's
So
why I
make it
said
easier on
maybe.
yourself and say that there is not a different time zone.
Or say there is and be the DM and stick to it. It's your choice. That's what we need to know though, because if we just magically appear, I mean, the time zones matter. Because if we leave in the morning and it's still dark there, we can leave in the morning and everyone rest here. But if we're leaving in the evening and we're only gaining an hour, or if it's the same time zone, then it's better to leave.
Fine. I'll say it's the same time.
Okay.
You're not losing
Okay,
or gaining
then
an hour.
I
It's the same
vote-
time.
For leaving this evening instead of trying to make it in the morning.
We leave, we sleep
You
there,
still
and
get
we
your
figure
rest
it out in the
there.
morning. It doesn't change our sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, no. It just changes how we approach the situation.
Okay. So. You're leaving. Fuck it. Quit that.
Because
So-
if it's 8 o'clock in the morning and a combined 500 pounds of meat shows up out of a fucking tree,
No.
So, you decide on going this evening. Okay. I'll get with my friends and we'll meet back here, I guess. And then
Sure.
take you to a place where we can teleport you.
How many hours are we gonna have to waste here? What time is it now?
It's probably a little afternoon, so like 2-ish.
5 hours to kill.
I mean, you could always short rest it. Make you feel better.
I have to have a long rest.
How long is the long rest though?
8 hours.
Oh, probably.
According to it depends on the DM.
What?
Is
Some
she-
DMs
she-
consider 7 hours enough for a long rest. Some
If she
consider
just goes
8
and
hours.
8
8 hours is long rest.
So she just goes conks
wanna
out
play
for
a
the whole
coffee
time.
walk
A
just to
half
fuck with
hour?
you.
A half hour, 45 minutes is like a short rest, but a full 8 hours is a long rest.
Have you ever heard of a coffee lock?
Oh
No?
god.
You take a warlock and a sorcerer as a class, and then you never actually take long rests. You do nothing but take short rests and build your spell up, and then you just convert them into spell slots. And you just repeatedly do this because you take the right race and everything else to where you don't have to take long rests.
Right.
So you just sit there and accumulate spell slots, so you end up having like 50 level 2 spell slots or whatever.
Because, like, elves only have to sleep for 4 hours, or only have to go
Well,
into a
there's-
trance for 4 hours, but, like, Warforged only need another 4 hours.
Well, there's
All
one
at
where you don't
once-
even need to. There's
all at
not.
once
You don't even need
sleep
short
at all,
rest.
I don't
yeah.
think.
Well, there's a certain warlock, a celestial warlock that you can take that you don't have to rest.
Mm.
Like period, and just so you just. And I want to do that to Drew sometime. Just build a coffee lock and be like, I cast. How many more spell slots you got? 60. Cast.
That's none of your business.
Sorry, we were talking about sleep. I got sidetracked.
The silver-haired guy says, well, in that case, I'll meet you back here in 5 hours, and he puts up his hood and stands up and kind of motions to Zor like a little, head nod, like thank you, and turns and walks out of the hut. Zor looks at you and goes, I have never seen anybody actually look like that. That guy's fucking weird.
Thought you knew him.
I mean, I do, but still.
Knows a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Who knows
Who's
another
heard
guy?
of a guy who thinks he knows a guy that's taking a nap?
Who knows a guy's cousin?
Yeah. What are we gonna do for 5 hours?
Shopping.
Piss off? There ain't shopping here to do.
Yeah, we're pretty loaded still.
There's also pretty much just trouble in this town.
Yeah. I mean, if we had a big blacksmith, we got a little bit of money to spend, but it ain't gonna be on anything fun.
What makes you say there's trouble here?
It's
You make me
for-
say there's trouble here.
for different.
I am an upstanding military man.
The fact
Press X to
that your
doubt.
presence is here makes me know that there is trouble here.
Speak for yourself. Looks like you brought trouble, and
Excuse
he
me?
gestures,
Who was attacked first?
He gestures to the group, but he keeps staring at you, Elrana. Looks like you brought trouble here.
No, your mouth did.
Blink faced.
I am offended.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
This is a town that consists of 4 different people who constantly are warring.
4?
I thought this was. Isn't that this place? Isn't that this place that we're fucking in right now?
Did I say 4 or?
You said 4.
Oh, okay. Misinformation.
That's what we thrive on is misinformation in this campaign.
2 weeks.
There are 7.
Ah, 7.
That's even better.
Yeah, see? I'm
Jeez.
Yeah, there are 7 villages that are all gathered in this one place with a central battlefield where they used to go and butt heads. To no avail, they would go out, fight, and then just be like, we're tired, retreat!
So if we want to, we can just walk out and pick a fight.
I mean, they don't do that anymore.
Why the fuck not? Boring cowards.
The dynasty.
I don't give a shit.
The dynasty needed allies, and when they discovered this place, they started sending representatives to each of the villages to basically have them make peace. That way...
Man, back in my day, it was more fun around here.
If we ever have time, we can come back and build an arena. Because then people could still do their bickering, but it's not to the death. It's,
It's more fun if it's to the death.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm sure some of the places have fighting pits.
but a big one.
I mean, most, if not all, of these places have some kind of military lifestyle, just because of the fact that they were previously butting heads with each other.
Hey.
Nothing's really changed. It's
Me and
like-
you versus the twins?
I don't think that's very fair. 2 on 2.
Ah,
How small is the small one?
but not very small.
Damn it. I want to
They're not much smaller than me.
Okay, so maybe a little bit.
I mean, we can go sparring. I mean, stretch our legs. It wouldn't hurt.
Throw hands.
Or swords or whatever. I mean, we ain't trying to kill each other. Quickly gets away from me because he doesn't have character sheets set up for it.
About this time, you see a
Ooh, distraction.
drow female come inside to the hut and motions to Zor as basically just like a come here gesture.
A seductive come here gesture or a
Not-
hey you, I'm trying to get your attention, come here.
Make an insight check. With disadvantage. Not you. For...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's a 6.
You're not sure.
I can't
I'm
insight
tired.
anything, so.
Did you roll for it?
Oh, you told me, not me. So.
Oh no, I was meaning you don't have to roll for disadvantage.
Oh.
If you rolled for it, you rolled for it. It's whatever.
I got a 13. It's not much.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's an 11.
You're not sure.
Modified 1.
Oh.
Wisdom is Dookie shoes.
It happens.
He kind of looks at more. Excuse me for a second. Gets
Where
up.
the hell
and-
you think you're going?
I
You ain't seen me in years.
I
You just
got
gonna
a
go wander off? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Official shit.
Official my ass. She ain't official and we all know it.
Just give me a second. And he goes up.
1.
Where's Arctis with the hunter mark? I want a hunter mark.
And,
Hunter mark his ass. Just.
Starts, you know,
Did you have guiding bolt? Is that
the drow woman has
I could.
long,
I could put him in a hole.
long silver white hair that has been French braided, and it has is seemingly just like the look on her face is just questioning. They exchange a few sentences, a few words, and then she shakes her head at him and leaves. He comes back to the table and is like, "Ah, fuck, I need a hobby."
You have a hobby, it just doesn't look like a good one.
Yeah.
I'll say you're in the military. The military is your hobby. Deal with it.
Yeah. It seems boring sometimes, man.
Hey, don't say. What do you think I travel?
You joined. It's.
Yeah.
We all make choices.
Just because you wanted to pretend to be Big Brother and leave.
And it was a
I-
thing.
I
It's
was a
family
soldier.
thing.
It sucked.
You know, both the brothers are in the military, and father's been in the military, and father's father, and father's before him. So
I was a soldier too. It's fucking boring.
Hmm.
And everyone died at the end.
you were a soldier.
Yes.
Where were you from?
Backstory.
Backstory.
Well, there's
Vasselheim,
something
yes,
more
but
stories. Do you
orphan.
want to go for a walk?
Sure.
What brought you into it?
Ended up being a soldier.
Yeah.
The guy who raised me was a soldier.
Oh shit.
That's where I got the stick from.
See, all tradition.
Taught me how to hit things with this stick.
Well, they're shooting the shit, sharing war stories. We're
Sure.
gonna.
Go for a walk.
Okay.
Go meander.
We did.
Yeah, and then it wasn't boring. I liked it better when it was boring.
Who likes anything better when it's boring?
I mean,
How many Gloomstalkers does your character kill in his backstory? I killed a lot.
Yeah.
well, what? How long ago was this?
Get it together, buddy.
No. It was a while ago.
Let's see.
5-ish years? It was a while ago.
Vasselheim 5-ish years ago. Nope. Not sure what you're talking about. Where are you two going?
None of your
Wherever
fucking
they
business.
want.
No. This is DM to player.
Oh.
Okay.
Where are you two going?
You were talking as.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't drop the voice, so I was like, wherever the fuck they want to go.
Very many voices. Okay.
I just have the one.
Where are you two going?
Alright. Where do you wanna go?
Well, you do the plant thing. You want to look for native plants. I don't know what you do with the plants, but
Sure, fuck that.
because I can also, if there's, I don't know what kind of plant life there is, but if you need something off a high cliff, I can reach it for you.
Here we go. Look for native plants.
Okay.
They're gonna be different from what I have. So.
Right there.
Nothing. There. As far as local local flora. There
There
we
you go.
I always want to say the other one. Local flora is nothing too extravagant. There's your basic oak trees just kind of spattered throughout the town.
Flashbacks and trees.
You can see off into the distance that there is a fuck is it?
Please, that's not ours. Get down.
He's fine. It smells like cat. Other cat. Look at that happy face.
It's usually on my bag. It's over here. Usually I keep it right down here. I'll hop up and just sit
There is another village not far from here that you can kind of see as you pass by the the borders. There's another village off in the distance that has like circles of trees, but in different places. Just the same kind of thing where it's like a circle of trees, a circle of trees, a circle of trees.
Let's see how far away is this.
About a mile from where you are, maybe a little more.
I'll tell you what, half an hour walk.
With your tiny legs.
Yeah.
It's okay, you have a better movement speed than I do.
So you're
Because I do a hop skip.
You're going to investigate this?
Yeah.
So,
I still enjoy the idea of this tag team match.
Me too.
you maneuver your way through the basically just dirt roads that have been made by people walking the same place over and over again for what might be years. And the crowd of orcs start to dissolve into a crowd of large entities that are covered from head to toe in fur. Long, lanky arms that stretch damn near down to their knees. These are bugbears, and a whole society of them. You come upon one of these circle of trees to find out that it looks like it's somebody's home. It's like a wooden shanty that's made out of different basically just roughshod pieces of wood constructed into a hut that seems to be encircled by trees, or are around these circle of trees.
You might want to see. I found a
Sure.
for movement.
Nice.
Hop skip.
Mm-hmm.
Are they paying me any mind? Giving me weird looks?
You're a bluish entity with floating hair. Everybody's giving you some kind of weird look.
Okay, are they
No.
hostile? Or they just the fuck is that what I'm used to?
Basically
usually
just
getting?
what the fuck is that? Nobody seems to be hostile. You also see drow in armor. The armor's kind of has this chitinous look to it, where it's like plates that are overlapping in places. But the design of it makes it almost look like it was formed from the outer shell of some kind of bug. It's kind of like a black, almost oily looking color. And And this is the same thing over in the orc village too. Is you see these kind of just spattered everywhere, groups of 2 or 3, just kind of patrolling.
Is there like a market in this little area?
Make a investigation check.
If you lift me up, I could look at it. No.
6.
You are. Well, it would take you like maybe like an hour and a half of walking around seemingly aimlessly.
With the notes help?
Gyro.
Sure, you can make your own roll though.
You die go.
Under skills.
Thank you. Investigation. 14.
Okay, that helps. So you cut your time down to like 45 minutes. Walking through these dirt roads until you come upon what is basically a middle section of the village where there are roughly put together stalls and like more of these like wood hut kind of shanties that seem to make up a central square or a market where goods seem to be exchanged.
Is there any kind of fungus?
Fungus. Mushroom variety.
Even the eating kind.
Or the poisonous kind, I don't care.
Can we just find you a mushroom kingdom so you can live and be happy? Just big blue glowing mushrooms.
That'd be glorious.
Mario called.
Do it.
I was thinking more Terraria, but okay.
That's fair. That's right.
That's what I was
thinking Black Reach.
Yeah.
Make a perception. Or what's your passive perception?
A 14.
You don't see anything that is particularly fungus, like just that. But there does seem to be kind of like an apothecary type place that it has a bugbear that seems to be trying to sell glass vials of tonics or liquids.
I'll go ahead and enter.
Well, it's one of those stalls that is
Okay.
just basically a counter, but as you walk up, the bugbear behind is giving you an odd look, as most people do. And can I help you?
Do you have any empty vials for sale?
I have a few.
I would like to purchase some, please.
How many?
How many do you have?
He like
Spend
dips.
all the money.
He dips his head under the stall, and you hear clinking glass. And he pulls out what is basically like a leather
Case.
basically. It's like one of those wrench cases that you roll up. Pulls up just this leather wrapping that he unrolls and shows you 3. It's actually 4 vials, but for some reason one of them is like snapped in half, and he's just kind of like.
Are we talking test tube size, or are we talking actual potion vials?
Like test tube size.
Hmm.
So slim,
That'll work.
about this long.
You could just buy the whole
I'll
roll.
take the 3 that aren't broken.
He slides them out of the leather case and puts the case back under the thing, and he 2 silver.
I get my bag and give him 2 silver.
Swipes the coin and hands you the vials, and
I was so overcharged, but
I was
Ron
gonna say,
doesn't care.
holy shit.
there any weapon dealer stalls?
This is where you say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Good job. Cruising the tent, bitches.
Okay, miss, I got a point of exhaustion. Try not to pick a fight. Especially without your 2 tanks around.
Probably.
She'd have to tank again.
Yeah. With the point of exhaustion,
You'll be fine.
yeah, fine.
She's just grumpy because she's tired.
Yeah.
Grumpy kitty.
You actually don't see any weapon dealers.
Okay.
Interesting. That is actually odd.
They're bugbears, they fight with their paws.
Actually, they do have, whatever the chained mall thing is called.
Yeah. Morningstar? No. Yes?
A flail.
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 Well, no, but it has the morning star on the end, though.
It's it's still called flail.
I thought the Morningstar was the one on the chain. I thought the flail was a solid one.
A morning star is a long shaft of wood with a ball that has spikes on it.
I thought that just
I thought that
the
was-
spikes was just called the morning star part. But whatever. Anyways, regardless.
I digress. Let's move on.
Well,
For the
I
sake of
think I'm done.
expediency,
Do you see any shiny objects?
That's fair.
shiny objects how?
Shiny objects.
Literally
Shiny
anything
object.
Shiny. Pointy
Nothing-
preferably.
Nothing, there doesn't seem to be like a magic shop of any kind. Nothing that seems to have like a...
No gems or valuables.
No gems, no valuables, no, like knickknacks or anything like that. It seems to be kind of like a marketplace of
Food.
very much function rather than,
Comfort.
yeah, pretty much.
Is there a spice cellar?
A what?
Spice cellar.
Spice.
There's a place that seems to be
Can
selling
you
food.
do with spices?
There seems to be
Spices
like
are
a
dried-
food
or
merchant
not. Yeah,
I
whatever.
can, yeah, I can
if
duplicate.
you wanted to inquire.
Salts and oreganos and all the fun shits.
Yeah, I can duplicate.
You can duplicate salt.
No.
Not salt.
Okay.
Anything plant-based you can.
Anything plant-based.
There is a place that seems to be selling food-based things. If you inquire, they are giving away basic, or well, not giving away, but selling basic
I want to say samples.
food,
Free. We do
food
free.
spices that seem to be grown.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
What kind are you looking for?
They have nutmeg.
Cinnamon, nutmeg. Are we making a pumpkin pie?
No.
Rude.
Nice porridge.
Do they have sassafras?
Ooh. Saffron.
No, sassafras.
I thought sassafras was root beer.
It's a root that you use to make root beer. But you can use other roots to make root beer. That's what you do.
Okay.
It's what you make sarsaparilla out of.
That's what
There's
I'm
more
thinking of.
vanilla in root beer.
Yeah,
So the answer to both of those is yes.
they're both poisonous in large amounts.
Well, everything poisonous in a large enough amount.
Are you purchasing saffron and sassafras?
Nutmeg and sassafras.
They don't have any nutmeg.
Oh, okay.
There's just some sassafras.
I don't know if saffron is poisonous or not. So
I didn't want saffron. I thought that's what you were asking about.
yes, I would like to purchase some sassafras.
Okay. 5 copper.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
what else are
or
you
do you
going to
wanna
use
use it
copper
for
for?
We don't do change either, so.
Oh, I do change. It adds up.
The 5 copper gets you a nice bundle that's like this thick, couple of strands of.
Don't matter.
Couple
Just
chunks of roots.
need a little bit. It's our Terraria duping process.
Oh fuck.
It's a really fragrant, earthy fragrance smell to it too. It's nice.
I'm gonna have to do research on fucking spices.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
will be over in grocery going, what the fuck is this?
Oh, and then you're gonna see the one that's like $40.
Saffron.
Yeah.
Or actual vanilla bean. Here's a blaze butt. Messing with things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of expediency, you do your exploring and eventually make your way back to the tavern that you guys were previously at. They have finished exchanging war stories and are basically just sitting there waiting. And about 10 minutes after you guys get back,
We need to find sugarcane.
the silver-haired gentleman comes back with two others in tow. One of them is a silver dragonborn in a chainmail suit of armor, and the other is a half-orc that is wearing kind of a hide type of armor and is carrying a long staff. The dragonborn looks over and, are these the ones that want to leave? Yeah, this is them. Looks over at the half-orc. Well, maybe we take them to the tree that we came to. That's what I figured. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody roll out.
They bring you out a little ways outside of the city, where a large tree seems to be growing, just kind of randomly. The dragonborn looks over at the armored gentleman and, are we getting anything out of this? A payment? Look, we're just helping.
Good karma.
The half-orc. Yeah, I mean, it'll come back on us, right? We do something good and we'll eventually get something good in return. Right? I mean, that's usually how that works. Just do the thing. And so, okay.
Do the work.
He touches the staff against the bark and starts muttering an incantation, and the armored guy looks back over at you and says, remember, you guys will come out right by the city, so good luck on your travels, and I hope you find what you're looking for. And about that time, the bark of the tree rips open, and you can see on the other side of it what seems to be like the outline of a large town. And they start motioning you, hurry. Although you step through.
As I step through, I'm going to wave goodbye to the twins.
Zan and Zor.
And as I do, I'm going to do Mold Earth and put Zor on his ass as I step through. Because sibling rivalry, and he started it.
So, as you get ready to step through, you're looking back, waving at your brothers. Your brothers are waving, going, good luck. Hope, keep in touch. Please be careful. And you see a part of the earth just kind of, and one of the brothers just fucking falls on his ass, and You hear, "You asshole!" as the tree shuts. Alright, give me a second.
Use those place markers.
No, I did put a
It'd
place
be
marker.
handy.
I did put a place
Just
marker.
those little tabs that you could just instantly just.
There it is.
to
Okay.
but
So,
not all the way down in the book would help too.
alright. So, whenever you come out, the air has cooled off. It's now about, a little over 7, and it has gotten dark. There seems to be a low mist that hangs over the industrious mountain city of Hubbarduk, or what you imagine is Hubbarduk.
What we assume to be.
The scent of a recent rain kind of fills the air as you look on and listen to a city that, whereas it's dark, it is brightly lit, and the sounds of fireworks and cheering and music comes from the town. The dark fields of an assembly yard, devoid of people and quiet, as the inner workings of the city are in full swing. Would anybody like to either note or actually note, roll an intelligence check?
Come on.
Oh, it's in here. It's like,
Be smart. Smart. I said be smart.
I rolled a 2, which I didn't get very far.
It's not smart enough.
So what, like a
4,
4, 6?
3.
I'm just gonna pull it up here. Sorry, I was writing stuff down. Intelligence, straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, it's 8 altogether. I got a plus 6 intelligence.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
I
plus
I was gonna
3.
say there is
That's
no
plus
damn
6.
way.
Plus 6 is the save. Sorry, I looked at the wrong one.
I was
Plus
gonna
3 is
say,
the modifier.
how do
It's
you
5.
have a plus
5.
6 in intelligence? I was like,
Plus 6 is the save. Wrong one.
I missed something.
So what you guys can see, you didn't roll high enough for information, sorry. But what you guys can see is a brightly lit city center and the sound of music and the loud crack and flash of fireworks being sent up into the air before they explode in bright colors. There are still, from where you guys are, you're about 50 feet from the city wall-ish. You can see some guards in armor that are guarding the gates. What would you like to do?
Well, I see it as we have 3 options. 1, we can attempt the gate. 2, we can camp out here. Or 3, we can go under the wall.
I would like to mention that you said I'd be able to rest once we got here, as I'm basically useless.
I'm not trying to pick a fight, but would you rather sleep in a bed and be comfortable, or run the risk of something eating you out here, Miss I'm Worthless?
Also, if we do go under the wall, I suggest we have me go first. So I can kind of scout ahead.
I mean, we can rest here and wait till the morning and then do what we need to do, but if we rest and then the morning comes and we're not able to get through the gate, it's going to make for a harder time to go under the wall.
We can always try to get through the gate. If we can't get through the gate, we can go under the wall.
I mean, it's not one option, will out. There needs to be an order of, So, who wants to try the gate? Are we going to try it as a group?
Probably should with us.
I'd give it a
Have
shot.
the face talk.
Have someone with higher
We
than
should
a
have
charisma?
it in 2 groups. Me in one and Morzog in the other. That way if one group can't come in, somehow the other one does go in. Both of us have mold earth. Both of us have high charisma. So
My charisma is shit.
No.
Oh.
So if you 2 team up, and then me and her team up, then if one of the 2 teams, because if they stop you, because
It's
we
me.
can find a place to dig under the wall.
Make a perception check.
Who?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Nat 20.
Ew.
That's pretty good.
She's killing it.
I've heard talk of guards like 3 or 4 times now. So
Well, you're the one who mentioned guards.
there are. From where you are, you see one gate. And at that gate, there are 2 guards that stand at what is the gate itself. There is also, at the top of the wall, there is a smattering of what you can see right now is probably about 5 more guards that are all patrolling. Because it's one of those where it's like section of wall and then like an archer tower, basically. Section of wall, archer tower. Section of wall, archer tower.
The tree that we came out of, isn't it a small grouping of trees, or is it like?
Yeah, it's about there's about like 6.
We are in the trees.
Okay, so my thought is, if some of us can't get in, we find a way into somebody's basement, and we go to the trees.
Well, I mean, any point along the wall that's kind of shady is fine because the guards are looking out. They're not going to be, the line of sight is not directly down. So.
Betrayed.
Well, I snuck up behind him, but then I realized it was he who I snuck up behind, and I didn't want to die. So.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
you.
Oh, I like that.
Did you finish it?
No. With what
No.
time?
I do like
Or
that.
did you just do the helmet design?
I just did the helmet shot. Go back to the cards.
Okay.
Go back to the. So, let's give it a shot. Okay, here we go.
Backup plan.
Who wants first?
Okay. What? So what?
Sure.
So what's the
Sure.
ultimate plan here? So I know.
They're going first. They're going first.
We're
Okay, girls first.
girls are teaming up, and we're gonna go see if we can go in.
Okay.
And Arctis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll take him along.
Take them along with the boys.
Might as well. I don't know.
So, girls.
Before we
You-
go,
You.
Seriously?
How do you hate me?
before we go, would he like to hunter's mark one of us so he can find us if need to if something happens, since we are splitting the party?
Grand plan.
Sure. He'll go ahead and hunter's mark you. So you both come out.
Hey, can you hand me this one, please?
You both come out of the clearing of trees and end up putting yourself back on what is basically back onto the main road. After a small little jot of basically just going up the road, turning left, and walking up to the gate, you encounter two guards. One of them relatively small, and the other about regular human size. Both are in just a simple breastplate, carrying long wooden. They have a sword at their side, but they're carrying a long. Fuck it, I'm not gonna try and describe it. A rifle. Still new technology that is slowly being passed around to other militaries.
Black powder musket.
No, then.
Not really a rifle. Black powder musket.
Well, good. They have one shot,
Yeah.
and then they gotta
Reload for
do all the
3
stuff.
minutes.
Yeah, hack it and
That
all that.
see you walking up the road, getting closer, and stop you. All right, what's your business? What can we do for you?
We're looking for merchants to trade.
Well, the festivities are in full swing. You'll find a lot of them. They open the door for you and try not to make trouble.
Thank you much.
And they let you in.
Should probably stay close to the kind of meander, but stay close.
I don't feel like it's gonna go that well for us.
It might. You never know. You're the charisma guy, so you got to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm. They go through. What do we go next?
Are you guys trying the gate too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You follow the same path as they did. You get up to the same guards. Alright, what's your business? Both of them look at they scan all of you. They seem to kind of rest on Morzog, but they are trying to get the situation.
Just a long day of travel and looking for a place to relax.
Make a persuasion check.
I like how you picked up the one you just rolled a 1 on too. You're great.
I trust this.
The one you trust.
I trust this one more than that one. All right.
Okay, give it a go.
I shouldn't have trusted that.
Fucking
one.
betrayal.
I was betrayed. That's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Both of them, I'm Morzog. Who's this one?
Long day of travel. Just looking for rest.
Make a persuasion check.
Because this is gonna go so well.
No modifiers.
It's actually worse than that.
Oh no.
So
That's a negative.
that's a 6.
Oh no.
Because that's a -2.
Oh no.
Oh, that would have been nice. So
Because I believe in shortcomings. So
that would have been really good.
What's in the bag?
whose bag? My bag?
Yeah, your bag.
Just traveling shit. What do I have in my inventory? I'm not gonna lie here. Hold on. Do. Bedroll, clothes, a dagger, mess kit, playing cards, ration, a little bit of rope, water skin, tinderbox.
Literal traveling items.
My literally traveling. My weapons are all magical and don't exist on this plane until I summon them, so I am not lying.
Except for the dagger, but
No,
that's
I said the
traveling
dagger,
stuff.
Well, that's a warlock ability. The Eldritch Knight can summon them like a fucking what is that? Like Luke getting his lightsaber out of the fucking snow.
I swear, it's just this box when I roll it.
Is
But
it?
regardless. You'll be under close surveillance. Don't cause any trouble. And they open the door.
I'm always under close surveillance.
It's hard to miss you.
Really is. It's not hard, but
Alright.
Yay, we made it. We did it.
What time is it?
7:15.
Okay. So, you are now within the gnomish city of Humperduk. H-U-B-B-E-R-D-O, okay. Yep. So, you guys get about 2 blocks in before you notice the livelihood of the town. The place is mostly gnomes. There are a smattering of different entities that are seemingly enjoying what is the biggest party you probably have ever witnessed. The streets are lined with people playing music and dancing. All of the taverns and inns that you pass by are in full celebration. Fireworks are being thrown from the center square. That are exploding in the sky in a smattering of rainbow of colors. There are stalls that are selling these fireworks, lesser ones, and flowers and party favors.
I'm gonna ask one of the merchants what they're celebrating.
The gnome at the counter, who seemingly has like this smattering of red hair that's kind of bedheadish, looks at you and is like, celebration? There's no celebrating off of the workday. Spent 12 hours in a fucking factory. Time to relax.
Good times then.
We need to find a place to rest before Elrana kills me for not letting her take a nap. Just throwing that out there.
Yes, please.
Are you saying Elrana or are you saying Kayla? Because Kayla looks like she's tired too.
I'm saying Elrana.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yes, please. My dog's a bed hog. It's a learning experience for both of us.
So you traverse through the crowd of partiers before you pass by a tavern inn bar called the Cog that looks like it has rooms above, and the bar below is crowded as fuck. There are people outside, inside. Everybody has a mug.
What was this called?
The Cog.
They're gnomes. It makes sense.
It seems like a decent place. It's not like rundown or anything. And as you guys see this and attempt to make your way inside, it is a hellscape of gnomes and dwarves and...
Short people.
So I'm just towering over people.
Oh yeah, you all of
Can you even fit through the door? Is everything miniaturized?
Oh no, not everything's miniaturized.
Okay.
But it's like
Building regulations, 8 feet, damn it.
that's. I mean, you're noticing the large amount of shorter entities like gnomes and dwarves and halflings, but there are there are some humans and there's a couple of half elves that are joining in, but it's mostly of the shorter stature. You all being of, I think Note being the shortest of you.
Yes, by far.
I mean, you're still taller than most, but you're still kind of short compared to these guys.
I just feel so tall.
But Morzog is like fucking the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk.
I got more Men in Black. I'm opening up the locker, and there's just a whole bunch of short people in there.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, Jay. Oh,
Mhm.
hell, Jay.
You wade through the sea of people to get to get to the bar where the bar maiden, there are like 3 or 4 of them that are trying to fill mugs and fill pitchers as fast as they possibly can, seemingly to no end.
Yeah, I think we did. Too late if we didn't.
It's too late out.
The gnomish woman behind the counter grabs 2 mugs and pulls them over to the cask and is refilling them, slides them down to the bar and just stops and is like, her hair is in a frizz, like almost Miss Frizzle, but I'm talking like more panicked than intentional. And she looks at the lot of you who have seemingly come up as a group and, what can I get you? Make it quick, I've got orders to fill.
Rooms.
Pulls out a book from underneath, flips it open. How many?
2.
2? Flip, 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 flip. I've got 2 exactly. How many nights?
2.
For now.
She pulls out a quill real quick and like dips it and is like quickly just scribbling some stuff down. Gold per room.
Okay.
Hand her the 2 gold. Shuts the book, puts it on her own table, reaches in, hands you 2 keys, and they have the top of them have like a number that's like etched into it. That is what room you are. They're right upstairs. Make yourself at home.
I grab a key, hand key to Morzok, get the fuck upstairs, go to sleep.
Nap time. I mean, they ain't much to do now. Everyone's kicked off of work. It's late. Sit here and drink. I'd say pick a bar fight, but I could throw like 30 of them before any of them could do anything to me. So
I was gonna say, you're probably
Feels like
gonna
I'm
end up
kicking chihuahuas.
fucking one tapping these motherfuckers.
Just bonking them on the head.
Yeah, probably. Whack-a-mole.
You said there were dwarves. Dwarves are hardy.
They are. Nighttime.
As you make your way up to your rooms, whether or not you fall asleep or want to go ahead and go downstairs and maybe join in the festivities.
More phrases.
More phrases.
What?
And
I'm teaching her Orcish, remember? We gotta make time for this.
More phrases. I heard more freezes, so I was like...
but that's something we can do at the bar because you can just be like, while drinking.
Well, we will save that for next time, as we will go ahead and call it a night tonight.
Oh, but shopping.
And
pickpocketing.
we will pick up
Mm-hmm.
whether, like I said, whether or not you guys want to go down and join the festivities, or just end up sleeping for the night, is up to you. But we will pick this up next week. This has been Deck Save.
Bye! I can't hit the button. Sorry.
I don't know what I'm hitting.
Continuation. We're still here. We love you guys.
Just press stop up in the top left corner.